Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. Y'all already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Salute to everybody in here early. Shout out to my man Basil Carpenter Jr. Salute to Slim Can Hoop. Basil already in the chat going crazy. Harden not going to sit out, lose all that money. Listen, we're going to get into everything. You know, what a crazy change of events there is. I mean, this shrewd operator, Daryl Morey, I think he had this trick up under his sleeves all along. We're going to get into everything. Make sure you hit the like button if you're new. Most definitely hit the subscribe button. We got a lot to discuss. The Eastern Conference is getting ridiculous. You know, Harden had LA dreams. You know, he just bounced around the league, you know, these years. You would have never thought that this was going to be Harden's fate. James Harden is running, hop, skipping away from the MVP right now as we speak. He wants nothing to do with him for whatever situation there is. He is going to never return to the Philadelphia 76ers. You know, obviously it's going to be major dollars and cents, you know, to be implicated behind that. And we're going to get into it all. We're going to figure out, is he bluffing? We're going to figure out, is he really serious? But bottom line, the relationship between Daryl Morey is strained, and it's looking like it's and very nasty. We are headed for an inevitable ugly breakup. You understand? And let's see how the saga ends. I got my man Mayo in the building. I got the legendary Uncle Vern. Uncle Vern, what's good?
Hey, what's good, Flat? How you doing, man? I heard good news today.
Yeah, man, we got breaking news, man. I definitely want to get both of y'all thoughts. Shout out Charlie, was good. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. I want to get into your thoughts on the situation, Uncle Ron. How do you see this situation playing out? You heard me?
Who you talking to? Me, Flight?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me or him? You could go first. You could go first.
All right, wait, Flight. I'm going to tell you, it's simple. It's simple and plain. I see it turn out a lot of ways, but let that young man go ahead and speak, Flight. It's not really that serious right now. I told you about what I saw about that before, just a couple of days ago. I don't know if you still remember that, but it ain't that serious. I'll remind you later. Go ahead, young man.
All right.
Please.
You know, Daryl Morey, whatever his name, made a promise to Harden, and he kind of broke. I think it's very. I don't really know. What did Harden say? I don't even know what he said. He said he's a liar to the guy.
All right.
Hold on. What'd you say?
I said I don't think it was right of Harden to just call him a liar because he's been with Daryl Morey for
I wanted to get into that. You're right about that. That's kind of crazy and tricky to me that he did. That's why I said it's weird that they're headed for this breakup, because this dude fought to get with Morey. We got to remember something. When the Oklahoma City Thunder didn't value Harden, when they didn't see him as this player that he sees, he saw himself. Daryl Morey saw him as that. So that is something to think about, and I don't think this helps Harden. I don't think Harden is very liked, believe it or not. A lot of people, view him a certain kind of way, and now you breaking away from Morey, one of the dudes that believed in you. That's not going to look good in the history books. What you think about that? That's up to y'all in the chat what y'all think about that situation. I personally,
Hey, flight. Slow down for a minute. Look here. Hey, Daryl, he been going with dude for a long time. We're going through Houston and stuff like that. So James Harden know what's going on with dude. They have conversations all the time. He might have lied to him 1,001 times due to saying promised him something was going to happen and it didn't turn out to be happening. But one thing, Daryl, I know one thing that owner said or somebody said or the general manager said, we'll see you in practice when you show up in camp. So that's not even the problem. He's going to be there, B. I'm telling you, man, flight, man, this ain't nothing but just money. That's all it is. It's all strange to money. And then, to be honest with you, Harden already burnt flight. Harden already burnt up his situation in Philadelphia. That's already burnt up. Matter of fact, his situation was more burnt up than Ben Simmons, like I said before. His situation was more burnt up than Ben Simmons' situation is because the fact that Harden got to compete with Embiid, and he can't compete with that man. Embiid don't trust him, so that's dead and stanky. Flight when it came to be flight. Let me slow down. When it came to be dead and stanky with Ben Simmons. Once Embiid just spoke up on that, he was through with it. So as far as James Harden was concerned, he was dead and stanky in Philadelphia. For real though, but for real, flight. Once Ben Simmons turned against him, he wasn't no turning back. So then that messed with his feelings. So look how much of a reputation that he got.
Nah, listen. To be honest with you, how I'm viewing this is he trying to get Daryl Morey fired.
I think what I'm thinking, what he's trying to do is get not Ben Simmons, but get Embiid up out of there. And that ain't likely.
That's not gonna happen.
Okay, then it got to be one or the other. Then flight that goes right back down to this. Daryl Morey ain't nothing but the person that's in the middle of that of a fist fight between them two. You understand me? Do you get that kind of part of it though, flight? Embiid dropped him like a bad habit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, send that. Okay, there you go, flight. You say talking stupid. At least you understand what I'm saying. Embiid ain't gonna turn around and say, "Yeah, we're hard. We cool now. We back in the same." No.
Do you guys think that Harden won't play in some games? He'll sit out purposely.
He gonna sit down and be at the what's the name club throwing up hundreds. Well, if I was him, that's what I'd do. I'd be out there throwing their money around. I'd be having that the ones. I can go out all the time. I'll be out more doing the daytime, the nighttime, and all that, just throwing up in the club. Yeah, like Iverson said, practice. What about practice? Because ain't gonna be playing in no games.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'll sit it out. He'll get rid of him so fast. Boy, he take me. Murray don't want to do that though. But he don't want to do it, but he have to.
Yo, Anthony.
Yeah.
Are you Charlie in the chat?
No.
All right.
I think that's my brother.
Oh, okay.
Because my brother Charlie usually comes on the panel. I don't know if you know that. He usually comes on there. I don't know if you're on those nights when he comes on, but he comes on some nights.
Just hopefully it's not you're not playing. There's no games being played.
Nah, I'm gonna see if it's him.
Okay. Now just make sure there's no games being played. But I want to ask you a question, a basketball question, Anthony.
Okay.
For this situation with Daryl Morey, how's he gonna navigate this situation for the Sixers? Because you do have Embiid there. What about him? I mean, how is they rolling into the season with all this shit hanging over the franchise?
I think, you know what? I don't know. I think halfway through the season, he's gonna have to trade James Harden, like no matter what. I think it's a very tough decision he has to make. He's in a difficult spot now because the Clippers weren't really giving a lot of valuable assets. they weren't giving a lot of great players. If you saw like who was on there, they weren't even giving up a guy like Terrence Mann for Harden. So, it's just he's in a tough spot now where halfway through the season, I think he's going to have to trade James Harden. And then we don't know what's going to happen with Embiid because that trade for Harden may not be so good. They're going to trade. They're going to have to trade Harden sometime this season. And then if it's not something good and Philly is not a playoff team or they get knocked out of the first or second round, it's we'll be talking about next year and be talking a trade demand.
Yeah, that seems inevitable. That's coming, with Embiid. I think when Embiid end up going on the market, people gonna go crazy, especially. And it's so wild because he's having injury issues, and I think they're gonna mess around and get a haul. I think that's Daryl Morey's master plan. I think he want to get rid of all of them. To be honest with you, just rebuild the whole damn franchise.
Yeah.
I think they owe something to Embiid because he just won the MVP. I don't think they can just abandon on contention, and this Harden situation is just throwing a big monkey wrench in all the plans. I hope that they can navigate through, but we're going to have to see.
Harden's not being fair, though, bro. He's not being, fair. He's just not being fair. Daryl Morey does not want to make that trade. Clippers were not giving anything good at all.
Well, when there's all these problems, they definitely lowballing.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, do you think I think that is some teams that need to swoop in. What you think about the Hornets?
Yeah. I don't know who do you think they would trade though?
Shit, I mean, you can give up Rozier. I mean, if I'm Charlotte, I'll try to swoop in.
No, you're actually right.
Hey, flight. Slow down, flight. I want you to.
You gotta get a star pair with Melo.
Hey, flight. Look here. They're not going to take the ball out of Melo's hand just to get Harden. It wouldn't be wise, and it would be real.
No. James Harden will have to go back to the 2.
Well, he really wouldn't have to go back to the 2. It's just the fact that he didn't take up too much of the ball, and then he's a lack in the backcourt. So, to a certain extent, he's a lack in the backcourt on defense. But he's going to take up too much of the ball. He's going to take up too much of the ball.
You know what that's not?
He's going to take up too much of the ball. You have to change your offense for him. Then you have to change your offense to conduce to him. So then that don't give Melo room enough to wiggle or move because Harden is going to be that and going to be moving without the ball.
You think it's going to be that bad?
I know it's going to be that bad. That's the same thing that was happening with them. That's why Max. Let me get off. You back on what's the name? That's why that dude that's out there with him now, that young boy that's out there with him, can't play with Harden because of the fact that he don't play off the ball well like that. And you have to be able to play off the ball playing with Harden because he got the ball all the time in the back court. You understand me? So you have to be open for the shot and all that other stuff. You playing off of him. You play it off of Harden. Melo can't play off of Harden. Harden, if he ain't doing nothing but dancing with the ball all the time, he shoot the 3. And if you go out there to shot it, he gonna do that all the time. That takes the ball up out of Melo's hand, and they don't want to go like that. They don't want to go like that because what he does, he slow the game down because he got the ball. Even when Embiid can't go right, even he can't do nothing with it because of the fact that he's sitting out there dancing at the time.
Okay.
That don't work, Flight. You couldn't send him out here with that. Now you messed. Whoa. Let me slow down for a minute. Let me tell you what James Harden do. James Harden will fuck up a team. Excuse my language. James Harden will mess up an organization real fast, Flight. They still really trying to get over his experience out there with Houston. They still trying to get over that. To bring them young boys in. They can't grow. You can't grow. A team can't grow with him because he's not going to stay with them in the first place. He's going to come in, he's going to mess up, and he's going to go ahead all about his business. How long you see him being out there in Charlotte? Even if they told him, look, this is your team, James. Do what you want to do. How long you'll see that working?
I think you're taking it to a different level. You keep talking.
Sorry, Flight. I'm sorry. I don't see that working, Flight.
When he go to the Clippers, that's not going to be his team.
Whoa. Hey, by him going to the Clippers, what he gonna have to do?
You ain't been his team for a long time.
Right. If he go to the Clippers, what he will have to do is bow down and take a position because of the fact that they got two other players that demands the ball also. So that's his chances of not being running. Like Embiid is messing them up to a certain extent because he wants the ball all the time. Now you got Paul George and you got Kawhi Leonard. Even though it is down in their later part of the season, in their later part of their years, and they're gonna be taking a lot of games off, which really don't. Well, there you go. That'll fit into it. You get it, and that don't call for a winning season.
I just want. I wouldn't mind seeing another star pair with the Hornets. You know.
Me either. And it depends what Charlotte's giving them. You know, but I think he's partially right. But I mean, it's a different look in the franchise. We finally have two good players. We haven't really had that. We have not really had that. Our franchise has been ran by point guard, and they can't get another guy like Kemba. They didn't get another guy for Kemba. LaMelo hasn't got another guy yet. Maybe Miller's the guy, but I don't know. I think Miller's kind of a role player.
It might take time.
But I don't see that being that bad getting Harden.
I don't see Miller as being a role player because he can get off that jump shot, he can get off that 3-pointer like it ain't nothing. He's looking forward to doing that, and that ain't no role player. That's a person that's been given the green light. They expect him not just to fit into a role player, they expect him to take over. And they're gonna groom him just to
But
do
you think he's gonna start over Hayward?
I think when they come into camp, he's gonna show that he's better than the other guys are. So if he's better than the other guys are, talent wise, and he's ready to take it in, he'll take it in.
If Hayward is still on the team, I could see Miller coming off the bench to start the season and then eventually working in.
Hayward's injuries have been bad.
I agree. Because you got to do, well, I agree. I apologize because of the question I had really catch a question like you had asked me. But now I realize I see how you said it because look at you got the acquisition of Gordon Hayward and the rest of the guys, they got to get paid. They're not the best. They are not the most exciting players on the team or the most waited for players on the team because they seem like they don't even want to play no more. So, yeah, we have to force them to get out there and show their wares. You're right. Yeah. No, I don't see him starting past them because I don't see them wanting him to start past them.
Well, I mean, he may be. I don't know if Hayward.
No, he won't. Well, I take that back. No, he won't because Gordon Hayward ain't gonna sit his butt on the bench just to be sitting there and he ain't hurt.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna sit him down like that unless he turned out to be everything, and they still ain't gonna do it because they want Gordon Hayward to get up out of there real fast, so they got to shop him.
Has Charlotte signed Oubre back?
I don't know what's going on with Kelly Oubre.
That's a problem. We need Oubre back, I think.
I like Kelly Oubre, believe it or not. What you think about Kelly Oubre, Uncle Van?
Too much money, man. Too much money. They got too much money fighting. They got too many players on that team that play just like him. As a matter of fact, they ain't. I take that back. Play just like him, but they not as good. He ain't that good. Like he all right. That's what you can say. Yeah. He all right.
Listen, if they're healthy, they're a scary team. You haven't seen this team healthy, really.
No.
Look at it. I'm gonna give it to you like this, and then you can look at it like this. Remember that dude that played for the? I guess he was playing for the Phoenix Suns. What's his name? Miles Bridges. That Miles Bridges. Remember him?
Mikal.
Okay, yeah, Mikal Bridges. Yeah. Okay, now look at. I'm gonna ask you a question. Would you take him over Kelly Oubre?
Yeah.
In a heartbeat, won't you?
Yeah.
Okay, then. See the level?
I see the level.
I see you. Do you really see the level?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, Kelly Oubre's at that level, he ain't going to go no further. Bridges got a little bit of chance, he can go a little bit more farther. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, young man.
Yeah, it's wild. Salute to everybody in the chat right now. This is breaking news in the NBA involving James Harden. He is vowing to never return to the Sixers. You know, what about the money that it'll cost him to miss all these games? Do you really think he's gonna pull this off? I mean, he tried to do it in Houston. You think he'll pull his shit with the MVP?
I don't know. You know how those fines are going to be a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how serious he is about this.
I heard something about $389K a game.
Or what'd you say?
I heard I think on ESPN it said he's gonna get fined if he sits out like $389,000. Like a game.
Man, there's gonna be a lot of money if he continue to sit out. You know, but I don't
Who you
know.
talking about? Who? James Harden?
James Harden? Yeah, I think they're gonna get rid of him.
If who continue to sit out?
No, I said I think they can get rid of Harden.
Oh, okay. Well, he ain't set out yet. He ain't got fined no games. They ain't played no games yet, right?
Nope.
I bet. He didn't say he was gonna sit out.
If they don't, I think he's. Let's see how they do though. I think they'll have a good season if Harden plays. Let's just see.
He ain't gonna play, bro.
I think he should just do it. I think he should just bang it out. Get one more year. Like, come on, just do one more year.
Oh, well, okay, that's what you hope. You say you hope. You don't think that. You hope that.
Also, he's getting fined a lot of money. He should just be playing. He acts like the Clippers. It's going to make a difference. Kawhi is always fucking injured, and Paul George is always injured. So there's no really difference.
Change of place. He always like change of places. He ain't gonna stay. Even if he do go there, he ain't gonna stay that long anyway. He'll mess that up and move on. Like I said, the stars that they got already, they're in their twilight years. And look here. And another thing too, you got to realize this. You did already said that Philadelphia is actually for the moon when it comes down for James Harden. So you already know that they ain't sit up there and say they're gonna give up Maxey for him. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You didn't hear Maxey's name nowhere in that deal, did you?
Maxey's too valuable.
Yeah, and that's their future. If anything they got to put in the bank about a future, that's him. And if he goes, yeah, Harden to come. If they throw him in there, he'll go. But they got to throw him in there. And can you see Maxey and him playing with that other guy they got out there? They both play the same. I love their game.
Oh,
What's the name? The one that played for Philadelphia, that other guy, the guard they got. Him and Maxey got the same kind of game. They got the same kind of game. They play smart too. I love to see them back. I can't remember the young man's name to play for Philadelphia, but you're a fan of Philadelphia, so you know the guard's name that I'm talking about. Can you tell me who you remember his name? The one that's playing with the long side of James Harden. What's the other guy's name? The young guy?
I don't. Who
was the guards for Philadelphia? Let's make it that short there.
I think Beverly's a guard.
Okay, Frankie Beverly. Yep, go ahead.
Elton.
Okay, I thought they had another guard on there, like a guard with braids, long braids. The guy with the long braids. The young guy that's good. What is his name?
He has long braids. I think
he got dreads, bro. He got dreadlocks. He got braids, long dreadlocks. He got dreadlocks. I can't remember.
Montrezl Harrell?
No, not Harold. No, he's a guard. A guard plays in the backcourt alongside of James Harden. Matter of fact, James Harden take up a lot of minutes for him also. Well, hey, Flight, do you know that guy's name? Am I not seeing it? Flight, no. Maxey. Yeah, Maxey. Is that Maxey? Yeah. But what's the other?
Okay, about Maxey? Oh, I thought you.
Maxey. Okay, and which one is the one that's playing out there in what's the name? With the Clippers. What's that guard's name?
The guard on the Clippers.
Yeah.
Oh.
The long hair. The one that they didn't mention them in the trade. They didn't mention them to go for Harden. Now I'm talking about Maxey and that guy together. Can you imagine them two guys in the backcourt together? They're both of them are very smart, and they're
Who,
tall
Russ?
guys. Say his name.
Russ?
Russ what? What's his name? Russ.
Westbrook. Russell.
No, I ain't talking about Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is at what's his name? I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about that young boy that they got. The young boy that they got up there with the Clippers. It's a young guy. It's all right. Don't worry about it, bro. I'll leave it alone. When next time I talk to you on TV again, I'll get his name right. Then I'll be able to get it off of there. Yeah, it's no problem. But yeah. But matter of fact, he's out there not San Diego, but he's out there with the Clippers and with Los Angeles, California, and they want to yeah, man, there you go. Thank you, man. Can you see man and what's the name playing together in the backcourt? The one is after Max, he played in the backcourt. They both look the same, but they play the same. Now okay, man, that's his name, man. This one is out there with the Clippers. They didn't throw him they didn't say nothing about, well, look here, look here, Philadelphia, we're gonna give you Harold Man, or whatever his name is, we're gonna give you him, throw him in too. What's the deal? They didn't do that. Because he's their future, because that's my point is. He is the Clippers' future, not Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. He is their future. So in order to get Harden, they got to throw him into the pot. You think he's going? I mean, you think they're going to do that? Well, he'll go. But do you think they'll do that for James Harden?
Terrence Mann.
Terrence Mann, thank you, brother. Play him and that Maxey guy play just like it. They're smart too. Would you agree?
They were giving up man right now. The Clippers weren't. I don't know. It depends, like what kind of season man has. I don't think they're gonna trade. I don't even. Do you know who was involved in the trade?
No, I don't. As a matter of fact, it wasn't really. I don't think they was really talking about nothing. I think it was just somebody else's idea of what could possibly happen. But no, I don't think it was a serious thing about it anyway. A serious shop around for it anyway. I think that was just something that just came up real fast. But like I said, they ain't gonna do that with him though. They ain't gonna. They throw him in. Yeah, they try. They want to get him, but they ain't thrown him in yet. So he ain't in that. Like I said, he to a certain extent. That's the Clippers' future.
They're gonna have to throw in a lot of draft picks.
Yeah, and him.
Yeah.
Because what's the name? They're gonna need at least a guard back to take Harden's place, and he's a workable, experienced guard in the league.
Yeah.
And young, and let me add, young also. So yeah, that'd be good to get him. But how old though? Harden want to get out their bed, and they want it just depends on how bad the owners or the organization want to get rid of Harden.
If it doesn't work out with the Clippers, because he'll definitely get traded. I don't know if he's gonna go to Clippers, but if it doesn't work out with the Clippers, which it probably won't, because Kawhi is always injured and Paul George, I don't know what's going on with him. I think Harden's is gonna retire soon.
No, you can't say that. Let me tell you why you ain't gonna say that.
Harden almost may be on his way out.
The reason why that's not the point, because there's too much money in the NBA. He's too much of an offensive weapon. By him being an offensive weapon like that, he still can go around top as well.
Uncle Vern, I want to welcome my special guest. We got a special guest tonight with us discussing this major report. I mean, it's going to be a hell of an episode.
Yeah.
What's going on, baby?
We talk sports in the building.
Salute.
Discuss this James Harden news, real takes over fake debates. You already know what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, I know you discussed this earlier, man. We got breaking news in the NBA. James Harden vows to never return to the Philadelphia 76ers under Daryl Morey. Obviously, we are headed for a nasty breakup. What's your thoughts on this situation? Are you shocked that we got to this point?
I'm not shocked we got to this point, but I am shocked that he just said how he said what he said and how he said it. Yeah, I'm more shocked about that. Just to come out and say, yeah, he a liar and I'll never play for him again. So, just Harden just pulled another one of his Houdini tricks to get out of another situation that he don't want to be in. We knew the problem and the turmoil was going to come into the situation because I don't know what, like, obviously, we don't know exactly what was said behind closed doors between those two guys, but obviously it seems like Harden was promised a contract, allegedly what it seemed. That's why he's called him a liar. So I'm going to say allegedly promised an extension on his contract, and I guess Daryl Morey didn't do his part of the bargain of the deal. And I was talking on my show earlier, and Sean brought to my attention about that the 76ers is going to have a lot of money coming up, and they didn't even re-sign Maxey yet, so Maxey didn't get an extension. That's kind of tough. So to me, I just think one is just another Harden tricks to get out of a situation that he don't want to be in. And two, this sometimes shows that sometimes you might need to keep your word as the president or the manager of a team because, player empowerment is a thing and it's real.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that player empowerment. Daryl Morey definitely seemed like he can't give him that contract. Do you think ownership is telling him don't give him no long-term deal? I mean, because it's crazy. I mean, he did advocate to bring this man over to Philadelphia.
Yeah,
he's there now.
Yeah, but I think Harden is on the crazy thing to say Harden is on a road to ruining his career because was at Houston. He was told as one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. A lot of people got him ranked in at least top 5 or a top 10 shooting guard all time. But then you look at this second half of his tenure after the Rockets, go to the Nets, everything don't work out, don't play as good as he did, then get hurt, and then ask for a trade out, then goes to the Philly, don't work out, was mediocre a little bit, like on and off, inconsistent, and now he wants out again. And it's just like, what else could really Harden do? And then Harden is older now. Like, what do you expect the team to extend him for? Or what type of extension was he expecting to get? And it ain't like he got pulled like he did in Houston. I'm like, even Dwayne Wade, Wade County, they didn't even get him an extension during that time. And he owned Miami during that time. So what can you expect Harden doing?
I don't mean to cut you off. Didn't they give Wade like a 1 year, $30 million, something like that?
I believe so. It was something like that, or it was something less than that. Or he was just finishing out his contract and he was expecting an extension because remember he took the pay cuts for the big three, and like he kept saying pay cuts that he thought they was gonna repay him back on the back end. Obviously, and then we got D-Wade in Chicago and D-Wade in Cleveland, which Miami fans and D-Wade fans don't talk about. Obviously, you've seen his Hall of Fame speech. He didn't bring none of that up.
He played in the playoffs for y'all too. I remember he had a big 3 for y'all.
Yeah. We was nice.
I remember.
He was all right. We could have been the number 1 seed.
Who was on it? It was Butler. Who else?
It was Rondo, Butler, and Wade.
Oh man, I remember y'all had a squad.
Low key. It was a low key squad. Well, it did. Rondo got hurt. We couldn't beat the Celtics. It was over with. Same problem we kind of going through now. You lose your point guard, it's over with. Man. Yeah.
You're right about that.
But yeah, now I think the hard thing, the only thing, the problem that they really having though, is that Daryl Morey understand that he's in a position where he got the position of power. Harden his stock is dropping, his play wise, and also is he a bad locker room guy? You know what I'm saying? So with them two things being said, and if you feel it, you're not going to trade James Harden for nothing. They want to still be competitive because you got an MVP player on your team and he wants to still be competitive. And then you also got to sell this to the Philadelphia fan base that trusted the process. And if last thing we just see, this process ain't been going good. If you go back to their track record of their offseason, it's been really terrible. They lost Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons not the same caliber player you want. You got rid of Jimmy Butler. That was another mistake. People forget about this one too. They picked Markelle Fultz over Jason Tatum. That was a mistake. So
that was pure idiocy. Not only did they select them, but they traded up.
They traded up and they got rid of their next pick. The next year, that Danny Ainge or Vanessa dog. That Danny Ainge is.
Yeah, they knew something.
Yeah, they knew they wanted Tatum the whole time, but they was like, okay, we know everybody ain't talking about Tatum because you can keep it a buck around that time. Lonzo and Markelle Fultz took the news. Tatum went under the radar, and low-key Tatum was the guy the whole time in the draft, but he went under the radar because he didn't have as much pull as Lonzo and Markelle Fultz did at that time. They was
Yeah.
talking about the most out of everybody.
You know, and that was around the time when LeVar was just on the tear.
Oh,
To get him to LA.
Bro.
You know, so it was almost like, who the hell was Tatum at that time? Nobody was talking about him.
Nobody would talk about him the whole time. He was the sleeping beast.
Yeah, I gotta give it to him. Man, that was crazy. That draft was very weird.
Yeah. It was some good people in that draft too. But now, like, I don't like. What do you see Harden going? I don't know where he really could go, and I don't understand why he want to go to the Clippers. Maybe because he from LA, but he's not gonna get the place. He's not gonna play the style of play that he want to be. He's gonna be the third option on that team. Then he's not gonna really get the money that he want. So what's the point of going to the Clippers? The style don't fit, and I don't even know what could you send Harden. Maybe New York, but would you give up RJ Barrett for him? I probably would. Maybe the Bulls. Would you give up DeRozan for him? Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm getting rid of RJ Barrett if I could. What about Charlotte? We was talking about that before you got here.
Yeah.
What do you think about them?
Nah, because I feel like he gonna stunt LaMelo growth. There's no reason to bring him in. Nope. I'm good.
Well, that's what Uncle Vern said. I was just with the notion of they just need some talent. They could use Paso. I don't know how much it'd cost them, but it would be nice to have two all-stars.
Yeah, because I would say who you gonna give up though? Because then that's who you gonna give up to get him?
Rozier.
I don't think Rozier enough to get Harden. Even though Harden, they thirsty because now they're gonna make their asking price a little bit higher. So now they're gonna test Harden to see like, is we really not gonna show up? Let's see.
Yeah,
but I like if they would go for Terry. Now, if you could flip Terry Rozier for Harden, of course, do it in a heartbeat. But I'm thinking long term wise for like LaMelo. And with that young team with Brandon Miller, I think they need to just keep building that young core. And then Miles Bridges should be coming back too. So I think they'll be way better than what they is. Now, Harden was like a Bradley Beal type of guy who can kind of play off ball. That type of star is available. Then I say do it because Melo is one of the best young passers in the league. He can get everybody involved. I just think the only thing LaMelo just missing is just being healthy consistently and just get more time out there. Because I ain't gonna lie, it's showtime when that young kid out there though. I like that man game, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's going on with my man Joel Embiid? What the hell does this leave him with? What's going on?
The process is
because he just quiet. He ain't said a damn thing. He on his best behavior. You know, he following all the rules. I don't know what's going on.
The process, he trusts the process. I guess the process is gonna be over with, man. It's gonna be over with. Man. I think it's just done, bro. I don't know what else he can do. He could just hope for they trade hard for another player that could be competitive. Because I don't think Joel Embiid was still over them losing Jimmy Butler situation, especially after he said what Jimmy Butler did as soon as he left, and realizing that could have been them because they was literally. Kawhi Leonard shot blessing away from making a great run, and I don't think the Raptors would have kept up with Philly if they would have went to overtime. So, yeah, I don't think Joel Embiid really still over that situation. So, it might be if they can't get another star, you might have to start over. But I don't know how you can sell that to Philly after you told them to trust the process.
Yeah, you're right about the process. Be finished if they pull that off. You know. Yeah, Joel Embiid got to make him a decision too because I thought he was hinting like he wanted to leave. It was something that came. Did you hear that?
No, I think only thing they was talking about like because him and Jimmy Butler got a good relationship. Like if he was to leave, I think he'd probably want to go to Miami with Jimmy. But I don't know what they could do like to get because Embiid on a contract. Maybe if he's a free agent, he go sign there. But it's like a lot of people want to go to Miami, but Miami don't have the pieces to get.
No, they don't. They damn sure don't.
You ain't getting no Joel Embiid for no Tyler Hero.
Yeah. They having a hard time pulling off this deal for Dame.
Yep.
Because I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Think about it. Miami overachieved a lot, maybe because Jimmy and Bam. They had 7 undrafted players, and they made it to the finals. And all the players gone, and they had to recoup with a bunch of new people. They don't got the talent like that. They just they played great. They got on a hot streak. They played better than what they looked like on paper, and that's it.
Yeah, they done lost so much. They didn't really have much. And I don't see how they're gonna recover.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be as good as they was last year. But you never know. Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy, and then everybody
whoever they put around him.
Hey, he make it happen, man. He make people play better, man. He
Right.
motivated, put the battery in their back, man.
I
They
got to
needed
give
to.
Jimmy credit. He definitely put the organization on his back. He
Yeah.
definitely like an extension of Riley, Spoelstra, and all of them. So he's
Mhm.
definitely what you would call a franchise player.
Yeah.
Very blessed, you know. But definitely this crazy. I mean, I thought that James Harden and Daryl Morey had that history coming from Houston. You
Mhm.
know, what do you think about him calling him a liar and things of that nature? You know, what I was discussing earlier is when nobody believed in James Harden, when Oklahoma City thought he wasn't the number one option, they didn't want to pay him. They wasn't willing to go into luxury tax. They was having a conundrum between him and Ibaka, and they
Ibaka.
end up electing to go with Ibaka instead of him. And the guy who believed in him was Daryl Morey. You know, I mean, why does James Harden? I thought that James Harden wanted to be with this man. It seemed like they needed to be together forever. You know, like I mean, this is
No,
crazy.
they had a great relationship. Obviously, they did, but you know, one time business come before relationships, and I guess James Harden depended on the love of Morey that he had, but Morey put the business first of the team, and sometimes you got to do your job. Business, and but they say business and blood. They ain't really blood, but business and blood don't mix, man. You know, because sometimes you got to do what's best for business. And honestly, what's best for business for the 76ers is not to give them that contract because they can have money. They're going to have a lot of cap space coming to free agent, I believe, in the next couple of years. So I think Daryl Morey did what's best for business. Harden didn't like that. And obviously, you see, like you said, they had their relationship over the years, him believing in Harden, they rocking with each other. And I guess Harden was probably heartbroken off that fact because he did only going to go to Philly because of Daryl Morey was there. And their relationship was the reason why he was there. And I guess he said Daryl Morey sold him a story that didn't work out. And I think that's why James Harden feel that he lied. Maybe if he was straightforward with Harden, it probably been different. But then, you know, that could have been a whole other situation.
Right. One more thing on Harden. What about this holdout situation? I don't know if you looked at how much money it's going to cost them. Did you see that?
I think it was like 300,000.
I got to get a good look at it. It's a whole lot of money, you know.
Yeah.
Way more than whatever if I'm not mistaken, he gonna feel it a lot more if he was to hold out like he tried to pull in Houston.
Right.
Do you really think he gonna hold out, and do you really think that Morey is gonna hold on to him like something, or Adam Silver got to come downstairs?
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. I think honestly, it's starting to get a little bit out of hand with like the players and the problem with these contracts. Players signing contracts that don't want to play or holding out. Like this ain't the NFL. Like I get it why NFL players hold out because they trying to get a contract. They want everything to be more stable in their career. And you know, people get hit with the franchise tags and all that. So I get why you hold out in the NFL, and you can hold out in the NFL with no penalties. You just won't get paid. But the NBA is 100% guaranteed contracts. They pretty much work with the players. It would add a lot of things, and I think Adam Silver kind of do need to get that under control because that'll ruin the integrity of the league. And sometimes it'll make everybody look at it bad with the situation. I think if Harden really wants to get what he wants with that extension, I personally believe, even if you mad at him or not, come in this season, the best shape of your life, ball out, and I guarantee you, because your contract gonna be up, you gonna get that long extension. But I think you playing the game like this, because obviously I get Harden knows he's older, so he wants security over trying to take that chance. Because obviously, if he do take that chance, best shape of his life and get injured, he might not get the extension. Same way, but we see it works out. And sometimes also good to stay in a situation with teams who loyal to you and understand who you built with, because you see with Draymond Green, a lot of people don't believe Draymond Green worth $100 million, and he took that risk. Because remember, there's a lot of things that played to play with it, with the Jordan Poole situation. They trying to make him take a lower contract, but he knew his worth. He played it out with the team. He got camaraderie and chemistry with that team, and they paid him the money because he might not be worth $100 million around the league, but to the Golden State Warriors, he's worth that $100 million. And I think for Harden, the best thing for him to do now is if he want to go somewhere else, if he want money, ball out this year, play, don't hold out because it's gonna ruin your stock. That's gonna make you look bad. It's gonna tarnish you. They're gonna paint a bad picture around you that you're bad for the team. You're bad leadership wise. You don't try hard. Because this would be his third time doing this. you know, and that'll look bad on his reputation. So I think he should just bite the bullet. Hey, I want to be traded. Let's find the perfect scenario. But until then, I'm gonna just play and help Philly do whatever we can do, and then we're gonna move on. I think that'll be smart. That's what I'm looking at there. I think that's a smart thing to do.
Right. We got a guy on the panel. His name is Anthony. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
So,
You got any questions for my man SB involving this James Harden saga?
No, I'm just listening now.
Well, I want to ask you some questions, SB, because it would be remiss not to get into some around the league questions. Obviously, you got the real takes over fake debates. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, right. Real takes over fake debates. Yeah, you can check it on every platform or just look up SB Talk Sports. Either one. It's pretty much I'm building up a network now because it used to be just SB Talk Sports, just me. So I'm in the process of building up a network right now. We got the Real Takes Over Fake Debates show. That's every Monday and Friday at 7 to 9 with me and Sean. But I'm also trying to launch. I'm in the process of launching. I'm launching a basketball podcast called The Starting Five, and I'm looking for all the best. Or if you're a content creator and you love to talk basketball, I'll definitely love how you join the panel. I'm just have like a different bunch of creators. You know, once we find like a solid 5 people, you know, I'll be the 6th as the host. Then I just like bring people on. But that's the whole point. Bring different content creators. And I'm also doing it for football, wrestling, a whole bunch of sports. So pretty much Real Takes Over Fake Debates is the network, the entertainment. So we building, trying to make my own ESPN out here. So check me out. Real Takes Over Fake Debates on all platforms. Or SB Talk Sports on all platforms. Subscribe to YouTube too. Appreciate it.
Yes, yeah. Please make sure y'all go check that out. Very great content. Also, I want to get into some Chicago Bulls content. You know, it'd be remiss not to discuss what's going on with the Bulls. You know,
if I'm over here with you, you know what I gotta ask first. Did you make the call? Is it like he done? Is he over? What's going on, bro? You know. Before we talk anything about Zoe, what's going on?
I mean, no, I'm gonna keep it 100, which I'm not gonna sit up here and like front my move like other people be doing. I haven't heard anything on Lonzo Ball, but the things that I did hear is positive. You know, I'm hearing that he's just not gonna rush himself back. That's just really all I'm hearing. But I haven't heard anything concrete on is looking good or is really, to be honest with you, it's been radio silent. You know, on Lonzo Ball. You know, so it's like it don't seem like nothing really getting out. You know, nothing's leaking. You know, and that's good. Believe it or not, for him, as long as he's come back to the NBA, that's what I want. You know, at some point. But he just needs to take a break because the past couple of the other situations where he had a deadline less than 6 to 8 weeks, is always a rush. I like what AK said on the podium. Listen, he's going to be out this season. We don't expect him back, and that kind of takes off pressure. So that eliminates all questions. Training camp, you ain't gonna hear these questions. You ain't gonna hear it all through the season. I mean, the general manager, president, he deaded everything.
Yeah, and which was a good thing to do, because my problem is that it is silent. Because you ain't never heard that from like the lines on them Cowboys. Like you at least hear like something, but it's being dead silent. That scares me because I'm like, bro, they ain't saying nothing. Like, yeah, it's positive. That scares me, dog. I ain't gonna hold you.
SB, the reason why it's silent like that is because of the fact that they know what's going on. It was like LeBron when they came on the set. If they would have done the thing right, it'd have been right, taken care of the first time. But then if it was a problem to a certain extent, it was a problem within the organization to a certain extent. So if they take that stance and that stance on that, they do everything rightly and in order now to a certain extent to be quiet now. If anybody be talking about anything of it, like Zoe, you know, he's saying that, he'll bring it out. But them, they just going to give him enough time. That's what they're going to do. They're going to grant him enough time just to be able to take care of that. But they'll deal with themselves financially as far as getting and the extension of something, as far as the money's go, as far as, the NBA thing, the governor body, how they can get off the record and get on the record with that. But the last thing they're going to do is let Zoe go. I know that right off the back, honestly. But I was going to ask you, this is what I wanted to ask you, SB.
Look, salute Vern too, my brother. Good talking to you again.
Salute.
Mhm.
What is the vibe out there with Zoe? Is people out there in Chicago say, "Oh man, he a bust, man. We don't have to let him go like that."
No.
Doing that.
SB, keep it real, man. Keep it real.
No, but keep it real. No, nobody don't. You gotta think about this. We don't went through this before, so we know like the heartbreak of it. So we understand like it ain't like Zoe was trash when he was out here. No, he was balling. And he
Right.
brought a different dynamic. And the first thing everybody talk about was like, bro, we was good with him, and
Right.
that was our piece. So in Chicago, no, we don't talk bad about Zoe. You gotta think about it. We went through this before, so we understand the pain of it. It ain't like we ain't one of them cities who didn't have this situation that happened. So we just call somebody trash because they injured. No, we know the pain of it. It hurt us because we understand how good it was.
Right.
Only thing that I can say that we was questioning was, and I think I said this to you, Flight. I'm just like, bro, we lose Lonzo, which was a key part of us. But I'm like, bro, it looked like I'm like, bro, AK, did you build a team around Zoe? Because we lost him and we ain't been the same since bro came. That's the only thing that people are like question and say, like, did you build a team around Zoe, or was Billy running the team around Zoe? Because once we lost Zoe, it was like everything went to shambles. And he was the glue that kept DeMar and Zach playing together the right way because they can't play together. It worked because we had a point guard.
Hey, SB, I want to cut you off because I want you to take out to be on with that same thing, to stay with that same thing. But okay, let's go right back to Flight. See, Flight, I already know that it's a wedge between them two right now. That wedge is coming deeper and deeper right now. They feel that, but in Chicago, as far as Zach and Zach LaVine and DeRozan.
The crazy part about it is we obviously see it. It's hard not to acknowledge it. I think they are perfectly fine off the court. But on the court, they just don't work. They homies off the court. They show great relationships. Like it's really DeMar. DeMar is everything what you want in a player off the court. He's a great leader. He works. He took the young guys to his workout camp. He worked with them, encouraged them to develop, but his play style is starting to grow for Patrick Williams because one, he can't play his natural position at the three because you can't throw DeMar DeRozan on the bench. Then DeMar DeRozan really don't pass the ball. He take a lot of contested middies. And it works in the regular season because nobody game plan for that. But then they play him in the playoffs.
Yeah,
his numbers significantly drop. And I love DeMar DeRozan, but it's just the truth. It's just the truth of the fact of the situation what it is with him. So and then also the Bulls got to show because I've been hearing Zach in a lot of trade rumors and everything. You got to show your commitment to either you gonna pick DeMar or Zach. And I will pick Zach. We just paid him and he's younger. And you gotta let DeMar go. I say DeMar was so good to us. I'd say throw him a bone, send him where he want to go. I send him to the Lakers. He really want to get to LA. Look, we'll take whatever. Send him to the Lakers if they had the money, like whatever he want to go, because he deserves it. He was loyal to the team. He handled his work. I respect him, but the reality of the fact is they can't hoop together. It don't work.
Okay. Now that we see that already, we already understand that. But you had already go right back to mention what you had said. Zoe was the glue that brought them two together. You understand me? Zoe be back soon. That'd be next season, but Zoe will be back soon. So they don't make no drastic decision between now and then.
Or you could just bring when Zoe come back, get rid of DeMar DeRozan and let Patrick Williams play his natural position at three because he got a lot of Kawhi Leonard in his game. Then we could be one of the better defensive tangents. Because I would love to say we would have got Christian Woods, who's still on the market. You bring Patrick, the starting five, and say if Zoe came back, Zoe, Zach, Patrick Williams, Christian Woods, and Vucevic. You got Christian Woods, who great defensive way, can knock down threes and shot block. Vucevic don't have to really worry about his problems with his rim protection and his defense in the paint because Christian Woods can help him on that. Also, Patrick Williams back is at his natural position. Have more time to develop his offensive game with the midi, his jump shot. He's already great defensively. Boom, that helps Zach because Zach he had on defense. He got a bunch of great defenders around him. Then you bring Zoe back, who was one of our best defenders and shooters. So now we got the wing defenders, we got the size, and we got the versatility all the way. So I think that'll be way better if you ask me. But you got to sacrifice DeMar for it.
Rosen got to go. Right. But then they can gain from whatever they get from him. Eventually, between Zach and DeRozan, they gonna get something for each one of them anyway. So that's gonna go without saying. They're not gonna go broke. They ain't just gonna throw it in the pot and hope somebody gets no. Yeah, I understand. I hate to see that happen because I love to see them two together.
Yeah, I personally like DeMar DeRozan, but it's just you got to accept the reality of the fact of what you've seen on the court because
he held that ball too long.
He held that ball too long, and then it's like you got three all-star caliber players: Vooch, that who could make the All-Star team. Vooch, DeMar, and Zach LaVine, and you barely make it in a playoffs. You in a play-in spot. And then you and then like we lost to the Heat because now we gonna get a Heat a pass because they made it to the final, so it don't look as bad. But no, nobody expected the Heat to make it that far. They just got hot at the right time. So yeah, so I think we got to make a move, but I think he gonna wait because the organization, like Debo, they're gonna just let Debo contract go out.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what they're gonna be the year after next.
Yeah. Yep. But I think the Bulls waited too late. I think the first year he played with the Bulls, where he had that 27 point, I would have made a move. And honestly, the move I would have made was when everybody was dissing Anthony Davis before he played and his value was low. Man, I would have tried to finesse. I would have gave them two first, DeMar DeRozan and Kobe White, and got up out of there. Got away with highway robbery.
So, if that's the case, you see what's the name? Okay, but you see them making a change what in mid-season? Mid-season this coming season?
No, I think they're gonna stick with the team. Unless like Zach and DeMar like beef getting to it wise like that. I doubt it. I think they're just gonna keep the team together and just run it back. But I think because AK tried to prove to the city of Chicago that he want to try to build a winner and he gonna do what else. But I was like, you showed us that once you made the moves. Now let's actually try to build something that works and make something happen to make a right push.
And all they need is a guy who you see that you don't see either free agency with that little money they got. Saying what was that?
Javon Carter, yeah, trash. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. He ain't gonna bring what we need. He ain't got no elite or above. I mean, he probably got average playmaking, but he ain't no defender. Like what we needed that worked for us was everything that Zoe brought. He got size, defender, shooting, playmaking, push the pace.
Right.
I don't think nobody.
Anyway, you can't replace that. Be honest, you can't replace that. You can't replace that. No, you can't. Yeah, you can't replace that. I agree with you.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Oh, what too many guards bring all that? Like it's tough.
Yeah.
We got a question from the chat for SB. Slimkin Hoops asks, will the Bulls finish 10 seed like last season?
It's a high we got the same team. It's a high possibility, yes. That's just me being honest about it. Yes. We didn't change nothing different. And if you telling me Javon Carter and who else we signed, I don't even think we can't even tell you off the top of the head. So no, and I rock with the Bulls heavy. Obviously, you see, but no, we probably still finish around like 10 range. Yep.
What's up with some of the players y'all re-signed like Io? Are they is he gonna take the next step?
I think that's gonna be hard. I would love to see Io. That's the one move I like that they brought him back, but I didn't understand the fact of bringing Kobe White back, and the reason why I think Kobe White is great, and I think he's a great player. And we see the problem is that we don't have the personnel so Kobe White can play his play style. Kobe White they trying to force Kobe White to play like a point guard, and he can't. He's a 2 guard. He's a scorer. And he needs the ball in his hands to score the ball, or he needs to be on the catch and shoot like what he was like. Him and Zoe ran together. We see some of the best Kobe White play because he play off the ball and he can play his natural position. He's not a point guard. He can't make consistently, but he can score. He can score the best of them. I just think I like Kobe White, and I think if he went to another team, he'd take his game to a whole other level. We don't have the personnel, or at least the coach that can take advantage of it, like to make him better.
Right. And I do it.
Good.
All right, yeah, Flight. I look at it.
Uncle Vaughn.
All right, thanks, Flight. I look at it like this. I say, all right, look, you got Kobe White, and then you look at Book Knight. Between them two, who would you pick between Kobe White and Book Knight? To a certain extent, it'd be a hard favorite for Kobe White.
You thought Book Knight to talk the backup guard on Charlotte?
Yeah.
I'm taking.
No, he ain't no backup guard. The dude that's sitting on the bench, buried in the.
I'm taking Kobe White easily.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, look, I'm telling you, it's just that shit because it's just that. It's just that for real.
You mean the guard that was just in Greensboro for the 3rd season?
Yeah, he can't even get no tick.
You said the backup guard. You made it sound nice.
I did make it sound nice. Melo was out. He ain't getting no tick while Melo was out.
Yeah.
No. No,
Oh
no, you
yeah.
got head problems. You got personal problems, head problems. It turned out to be got personal problems. You got to deal. He got demons he got to deal with. He's still young yet. He came out of high school. Came out of college too young. That was
Boogie Night,
NBA's
yeah.
fault. And just like, and I'm gonna tell you something. Just like you just said about Kobe White, and it goes the same thing about Book that I speak about him. They both playing out of position. They can't get into the point guard position because that don't fit their character. That don't fit their game. So
Well, I
they
have a
play out of position. Both of them out of position. And the NBA knew it. NBA knew it when Charlotte knew it too. When they went up in the pick and got him. They knew he wasn't gonna be. You could play no point guard. But
That's right.
it goes right back to the same thing about Kobe White.
But if Kobe White was on the Hornets, though, he'd kill on the Hornets.
You think so?
What? He averaged 16 and he gave us 16 points, and he not even unlocking his full potential and playing his game the right way. If he was on Charlotte with LaMelo next to him, obviously, because that's somebody like if you go to the Hornets or the Pacers, where you got like a guard that's like the next one where he can play off them and a guard who like to pass, he'll easily go to the Hornets, give you 18 to 20 points, easy a game. Kobe White can hoop. It's just he just in a bad situation, play style with us. I can admit that because I guarantee as soon as Kobe White leave, if he go to somewhere where they can actually play his game the right way, he gonna kill. And they're gonna be this another Bulls player who left the Bulls and got better. No, we just had him at the wrong time.
And we were stupid for getting rid of Mendel Carlos Jr. So we should have kept him. But hey, we had to sacrifice him to get Vucevic. You know.
Now Wendell Carter was different kind of because he wasn't really like balling as what he is. But like you said, like the same thing, you go to a scenario where they put you in a situation that exposes your game and make your game better. Expose was a bad word, but pretty much put light on his game. So Wendell Carter went to a situation in a team that used what he do great, positive. Same thing with Bobby Portis, but Bobby Portis had to learn. He added a jumper, and then once he go right to the Milwaukee Bucks, come off the bench and play his role, and he fit his games properly. And I think that's a problem that the Bulls have too, where sometimes we just get talent, which obviously makes sense for a team who was rebuilding. You just stack a bunch of talent together and try to figure it out later. But once you start making the push, you see it make a push, then you got to put players in the best position to be successful. I'm sorry. Fit is the most important thing out of anything because everybody in the NBA can play. Ain't nobody in the NBA can't not play basketball.
I agree. Some play others like you got levels to it. Just you got some at that bottom level that stay at that bottom level.
I got my man Calfani in the building. We got my man SB Talk Sports, real takes over fake debates. You already know what it is. Calfani, you in the building? There we go.
Yeah. I'm here.
Listen, we discussing a lot of Bulls content. Obviously, we got into the Harden news. You know, let's discuss some basketball. I got my man SB in the building. You got any basketball questions tonight?
Yeah, I just talked about the Bulls. Yeah, the Bulls might, the Bulls could possibly finish in the last position. But I think the only reason why that might happen, as SB was talking about, because it's going to be an Eagle thing. If they can't get the Eagles in check, they're going to be in that same position that they're going to be in this coming season.
Yeah.
What you think about my man Victor Wembanyama?
Victor, I think he got the highest chance to be Rookie of the Year because he got the most opportunity to do whatever. I don't know. I see he dyed his hair. I don't know what he got going on. But I think Pop gonna get him right though. I think he gonna be solid. It's just only thing I worry about with him. Obviously, we see players like this, these unicorns, is that injuries. That's it. If he stay healthy, I think he could be a problem. We see how Porzingis was when he first came in the league. He was different. So I just think that's what we got to wait on. Just if he stay healthy, I think he could be great.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a beast. You see, he got the highest 2K rate.
Yeah, I think somebody was trying to say something.
No, what you was about to say, Mal?
I was gonna say, SB, what are your thoughts on the kid that just he's on a two-way with the Bulls and he's in the G League, Dama Sanogo?
Sanogo, I don't see who you're talking about. Sanogo. He's a rookie or he's been on the team for a minute.
He's a rookie. I think he'll be. I think he's a very. He's like a big. He reminds me of Embiid. I think he's going to be really good.
So
I think
no
that
go.
he,
Let me see.
What school you say he came out of? What college?
UConn. They won the. He was the.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, I know who you talking about. That name threw me off. The dark skinned dude, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
big.
yeah.
I think we got to steal off him because he was one of the best bigs in the draft, and
I
for
thought
him not to go drafted, yeah, no, I think we got to steal on him. The name threw me off. I'm thinking of the other guy we had, the other overseas guy. I know as soon as you said UConn, I knew exactly what you was talking about. I think we got to steal because honestly, if he turned out bad, oh well, he's undrafted. But if he turned out good, which I believe he is, because he was one of the best bigs in the draft, which show it was him and another big who didn't get drafted, which is crazy how the league is going to that. Two of the best bigs in college didn't get drafted. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a huge steal.
Yeah, that was a steal. I like him though. I think he's gonna be solid. And we give him now since he went undrafted, we got time to actually let him develop and get his game the right way. That's what the scary part is, because now if he probably would have got picked higher, then obviously you had an expectation on him. But if you get somebody who's a steal for undrafted and now you can let them develop as a big, it's gonna be ugly. And then somebody look like they really smart.
Yeah. SB, you think the Bulls should sign Christian Wood?
Yes, I would love that. I would love if he signed Christian Wood.
Me too. I think they could run at the 4.
Yep. And he could knock down. I know his shot iffy, but he can knock it down if he open. But him next with Vooch will bring a different dynamic because he can rebound, block shots, and he bring the versatility in the lineup that we need. We need that defense because Patrick Williams needs to play his natural position at the 3. He not a 4. They got to stop running him at the 4. He could if we run a small ball lineup, but he don't need to run the whole game at the 4. He don't at all.
What position you say he should be playing? Because he can't play the 5.
No, Patrick, the 3.
Okay, bet. Okay, I got you. But
he may be Kawhi. He look like Kawhi about him.
SB. Okay, I remember you. I remember you saying something about that. I want to comment on that too. You said what he needed to do to get better to play that 3. He should have been already doing that.
But it's hard to do that when you got DeMar DeRozan and Zach. And then so now, because like I said, we can't put DeMar DeRozan. We don't got nobody to put DeMar DeRozan on the bench. So now he's stuck playing the 4. Now he's guarding these bigger forwards, and he's not really having the ball in his hand to operate. That's why I say I don't think the Bulls giving him time to develop.
Yeah, because I know that was something he was last summer. He was doing that. He was working on that last summer. He working on that part of the game.
Yeah, but he came back out. Hey, SB, do you think Zach LaVine as a player can still get better? I mean,
you said, do I think Zach LaVine
as a player can still get better? Something he need to work on.
Oh yeah. First of all, shot selection.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
First shot selection. I think he need to improve his shot selection, his ball handling, his vision to also make the open pass. Like we know that you the guy and you want to make plays. Be your Kobe, but sometimes knowing when to make the right pass. And he obviously could. He's too athletic not to be at least above average defensively. I need better effort on the defensive end. So he got a lot of multitude of things he could improve on. But also having DeRozan there, you could tell, like you said, with his ego, it took away from his confidence a little bit. Because a lot of people, I ain't gonna lie, what was the biggest thing people were saying in Chicago, that it was the DeMar DeRozan team, and it was no matter how many game-winning shots DeMar DeRozan hit, it would never be his team. It was his Zach team. And I think we need to establish that from day one. Like everything we do, we're gonna do through Zach.
Hey, SB, you was right about that too, but we already knew what the game was, what the deal was too. We already knew over here at Fight Sports TV that they was going to DeRozan too much in the 4th quarter, and that was going to wear itself out.
But when the game is on, when the game is on the line,
right?
Zach ain't gonna take that shot. DeMar gonna take that shot.
Because now, Vern, the crazy part about it is they tried to do that, but sometimes it got to a point. Now, imagine regular season. DeMar was different, and it's hard to deny to him. But he done hit like 3-4 jumpers before that, and then knock it down. It's hard not to give it
money.
to him.
That's even money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But then you got somebody like, okay, right. So what the loans? The worst, the best part is you can go to them. That's money right there. That's 50%. That's money. But then the worst part of it, then you isolate the other guys to stop them from getting into the flow of the game, especially if they're a crucial part of the game.
Y'all, you're right. You got me trying to look up this dude, this Sangoon dude. Now I'm trying to find him. Now I'm over here trying to look him. I'm like, bro, I can't find this man.
Oh,
Look at
that's your brother played for Connecticut.
yeah, UConn. Yep.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, UConn. Yeah.
Because he played on the G League team.
Yeah, I seen the picture. I seen the picture.
I mean,
Matter of fact, I seen the picture. Yeah, I seen the picture. Tall 7-foot dude, dark skinned brother. Nice. I didn't see how much he got. What his game was in the background.
yeah, he played for us in the summer league, and then we got rid of Simonovic. I believe we got rid of Simonovic, so he gonna try to take Simonovic's spot. So,
SB,
what's up?
you think Harden's gonna start sitting games this season?
I don't think that'll be the best thing for him to do. And if he do it, I think it would be bad for him. I think if he want to play smart and he want to get an extension, I think the best thing for him to do, come in shape, ball out, and then play this season out and get your contract because he got a bad track record of doing this already. But if he do it, he crazy to me because if it's about money and that's the problem, why would you start losing money?
Yeah.
That's
Hey, SB, let me run this past you right fast. Considering what you just said, it would be ridiculous to him to sit up there and get the money back to the people that gave it to him. But this is what I want to say. Look, he ain't got to be the best player in the world. He ain't got to be the slimmest player in the world. He come in 55 pounds overweight, looking like Zion Wells. Let's see how long they gonna want to hold on to him there, because we know he can do that. KDSB, he can get back KDSB. And he know how to go to the SB. He know how to go to the clubs and throw the ones up. He ain't got to take no hundreds no more. Just take a whole bag of ones. Yeah. See how, and you take somebody down there, take a camera and everything. Don't pull out no guns. Just pull out bags of money. Yeah. And see how long they go let you stay out there in Philadelphia.
But the only problem is that though, Vern, is that you ain't gonna get what you want for them though, because they said they want to stay competitive. So they said they want like a star caliber player or a pick like a good young talent. Because they don't want to start the process over now. Because like I said, how can you explain that to the Philly fans? All that talent they done lost.
Yeah.
You lost that on Tatum. You lost Jimmy Butler. You lost Ben Simmons. Then you gonna get James Harden, lose James Harden. I think that's all it was, like a 5-6 year span. That's tough.
Yeah. But remember this though, it was all done. They didn't want to get rid of these people, but it was all done for the graces of keeping around Embiid.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, once Embiid said, "Look here, Ben Simmons, you you Donkey Kong, though. Now everybody gonna start talking about you. You got to go." To a certain extent, once he gave up on him, it was over with. He gave up on James Harden.
Yeah, it's over with. I don't know what Philly gonna do there, because I don't know what star can we really get for him right now.
Not a lot.
And then it go, and the SBA ain't cut you off. I don't want to take you past, but see, let's go right back what you said. This go right back to Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey wasn't gonna give Harden no extension like that if Embiid wasn't down with that. He wasn't down with that.
Yeah.
I don't even know who they could give up for Harden, but it's gonna get to a point where they're just gonna have to trade Harden for anything.
Yeah, and I don't think Portland gonna trade for Harden. So to get Dame over there, because Dame don't want to go to Philly. Dame want to go to Miami. If he leave Portland, he want to go to Miami only. And because once he in Philly, he there because he under contract already. Yeah. He's got that stupid supermax contract.
I mean, why they don't just trade Harden for Anthony Simons?
That ain't enough. I mean, I mean, Dame Lillard probably be happy to have Harden over there, but if Philly
you're not gonna get no haul.
Yeah, no, you ain't. And I think this made it worse too, because now everybody know that he wants to leave, and now they feel like Daryl Morey is in a situation where now you got to get rid of him. You want to bring that toxic energy in the training camp. So now the price, whatever hard price was, it'll drop down now because they know your asking price. They just gonna be like, look, bro, we know he don't want to be there. Yeah, he might be a head case to our team. I don't know if we want to take Harden. I mean, you can take this trade though, but that's a thing. They're gonna come to it though.
Well, maybe Dame go to the Spurs.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
They got draft picks.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna happen though. I don't think the Spurs got nothing. Like I said, it's the pass to the point that all season everybody that got their money, draft picks and draft capital going. It's after the draft. Everybody picked their draft, so they kind of already got like a game plan of what they want to do.
Right.
I don't think it's nowhere where he can really go.
It ain't nowhere. However, like he just said, to the Clippers. The reason why it's good for them to go to the Clippers because they already going downhill anyway. They players are agents, so they gonna be no redoing or no contracts or nothing like that. And then with his contract, he can play himself out the next 3 years or 2 years, whatever it's gonna be. The rest of them be going out anyway. He should start refurbishing around up there with with the Clippers. So that'd be a good place for him to go to. Because like I said, all the half of them they gonna be taking siestas anyway. They're gonna be taking a whole lot of breaks out there. They still old, they getting older. So they're gonna be getting a lot of breaks. And then they're gonna get hard a lot of times to be playing all the time because he like playing. Even if he's 50 pounds overweight, he still will get out there. That's one thing about him.
He said he's 50 pounds. Look, he gonna hurt himself trying to go out there.
Right. But I'm just saying though, he'll still be out there. He'll still be trying to put it in. That's one thing about him. If he can play, he'll play. He don't be taking a lot of games off and stuff like that. The Clippers, they players, they stars do. They have to because they get old and they hurt.
Yeah, but I don't think it'd be smart for the Clippers to gut their roster because they stars get hurt.
They gotta gut it anyway. They gotta gut it anyway.
I don't know, but Ver, you gotta think about this though. I think is their new stadium open this year or is it next year? I know they do. They got to keep them stars on that team. You gotta sell tickets. You gotta sell tickets in that new stadium. They finally moving out the Staples Center. I ain't gonna call it the other arena. It's always gonna be Staples Center to me. Yeah. But
SB. But we see around here at Flight Sports TV, we see the future, and the future is Melo, Jello, and Lonzo being out there in LA, and that we think that owner is thinking about making that kind of move because at that time, when it comes around, all of them be ready to make changes from what the teams where they at. I think except for Melo because I think he just signed the extension, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the problem is they come that first thing first. The key piece of that chessboard to make that happen is Melo. Melo was the most valuable piece on that chessboard, and Melo just signed the extension. And I don't think Jordan gonna let him go. You can't.
Wait. Hey, whoa, you ain't heard yet, did you? Michael Jordan, they ran that bum out of town.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Okay. He sold part of his team. I know the story about that. It was if y'all do y'all research on how that situation happened, it's a deeper little rap situation about the sell of the team. But either the new owner, you just got a new owner of the team. That's your selling point, your selling tickets. Melo put butts in the seats. You're not gonna let that go in Charlotte. And that's one of the best young talents they drafted since what? Kemba Walker. So you can't let him go. So Melo ain't as much as y'all think Melo going to LA. And Melo don't seem like he have a problem playing in Charlotte so far. He ain't had dropped a complaint yet. And he just got paid a lot of money as a young man. I think he gonna ball out because I think right now LaMelo's at a point in his career where he's trying to establish himself first.
Yeah,
as a household name because he ain't really got to because it really no expectation on winning with Charlotte. Nobody expects Charlotte to win a championship. Right. But so this is the time where LaMelo can establish himself. See, he just established himself as an all-star. He got the all-star in his belt, so now he's trying to add more stuff to his catalog to make himself more of a household name instead of a popularity name, a household name in the league. So I don't think Melo want to leave Charlotte right now. Yeah. So then now go to the Lonzo situation. Lonzo got to first of all get back on the court and get back establish his stuff. And then Jello, I don't even know what's going on. Jello with him is he's still preparing. He still wouldn't even try to get to the league situation. So it's a lot of dynamics where a lot of things done. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that hit the fan that changed the dynamic of the situation that happened.
Exactly.
Because Jello, I don't know if Jello's still doing anything.
Not necessarily. You got to understand something, SB. The contract's about to, it's a situation with Lonzo. For instance, I believe he's coming back to Chicago, but
he liked it here. He liked it here.
Yeah,
I think besides the snow.
We got Nico Savage. We got a couple people who beg to differ. We got DJ Joe. Nico, what's good?
Salute, Nico.
Man, what's up with y'all, man?
Yeah, what's going on? We got the legendary SB Talks in the building. Real takes over fake debates. Y'all better pay homage. I mean, my man is building an unbelievable network. Y'all better subscribe to this channel. It got a lot of unbelievable array of content, ladies and gentlemen. We got Nico Savage. What's good, Nico?
Big Nico.
Yeah, I was listening. I just want to say this. Y'all was on point until you talk about Lonzo staying in Chicago. Absolutely not.
Where you going?
Oh, it ain't gonna be there.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of places he can go. It's just not gonna be Chicago. But of course, in optimism, we hoping that they all link up. I'll be honest. I don't see them achieving much apart. You know what I'm saying? For all my millennials that watch Yu-Gi-Oh, I look at them like, you know, an Exodia card. You know what I'm saying? It's useless until you put it together. I'm gonna keep it real. No, for real. It's useless till you put it together. Once you put it together, you win immediately. As long as it's apart, absolutely worthless. They all use for certain things that are not really useful in the NBA at this point. When they come together,
LaMelo can hold his own. He different. I don't know.
no, he gonna be nice and losing. Unfortunately,
In Charlotte, yes.
yes, that's the thing. He's surrounded by a bunch of bums, an awful franchise, and he's gonna have to play Trae Young basketball.
Right. Hey, Nick, and not only just that.
Don't forget about Miles, Nico.
That nigga trash.
That's crazy, Miles trash. Brandon Miller, you know, Miller, you got Miller.
You tripping on that one.
Man. Hey, what tall player have they drafted that been nice?
Bridges.
He's 6'7" as a power forward. He Draymond Green.
27 days, 27 nights. Draymond Green, the champion. That changed the dynamic of everything.
Yeah, but they motor and they
Draymond blessed.
It's not the same, though.
Nah,
don't do that.
Nah, I mean height wise. And not mentality.
Draymond Green, they jumping out the gym like him, man. That's all I'm saying.
No, Bridges not jumping out the gym.
They both from Michigan State guys.
Yeah, but he almost like the second coming of Dennis Rodman and Charles Barkley to a point. Without the scoring ability, I'll say that about Green. But if you're trying to
play no defense though.
His box out game was a monster, dog.
That ain't defense. That's rebound.
That nigga known for boxing out.
Boxing out.
Nah, I feel it.
I mean that's what Charles is known for.
Hold on about Draymond Green. Don't forget when he first came to Golden State, that dude could score. He was putting up points and he was balling out. I mean, he slowed down over time because you know you got Rose switcher, you got Clay, you know what I'm saying, Steph doing anything. But hey, Green used to put up points now.
You know why he slowed down? Because he has what most players don't, which is self-awareness. Yeah, he was able to look in the mirror and realize he got two of the greatest shooters on this team. He don't need to take shots away from him.
Facts.
Imagine if Bridges knew that.
You
know how many times I seen Bridges look off LaMelo on a fast break? Sick.
But Bridges ain't that defensive, that good defensively as Draymond Green was. But I ain't gonna lie though, if you want to see, like, people don't realize how good Draymond Green. Go back to like Draymond Green's summer league when he's in the summer league and then his first couple of years. Draymond Green was out there playing like he thought he was Paul George or something, doing crossovers, hezzies, step backs, hitting middies, and everything. I'm like, people forget Draymond Green had this bag. Salute.
What's good, Merv?
Yo, and don't forget Draymond can still hit the open three if he get the opportunity. He gonna take that shot.
Yeah.
I mean, on the other hand,
I got a question for SB.
What's up, brother?
Well, my question to you is, since we're on the topic of Charlotte, what moves do you think Charlotte needs to make to propel them to get to that next level to where they are constantly competing to get into the playoffs, to where they're actually a playoff team, to where they can compete?
Well, we can honestly and be honest and acknowledge the fact that they never gonna really sign nobody that's gonna be worth making them a championship competitive team. That means only time they really get people is like you overpaying older guys and they like go to this team because they get overpaid. So I think for what they truly need to do and what they can do is just draft well and hope they talent develop. Like you got one piece right now to the cornerstone with LaMelo where you see he got that star ability. He does something great. You had him and Miles combo that could work. So I think develop your young talent, get a couple vets to help build the young core up, and that's the best thing that I really see them doing. Because I mean, I'm being honest about it. I can easily say, yeah, go try to trade and get a superstar, but that's not realistic in the Charlotte case because Charlotte don't really make big trades and Charlotte don't sign nobody. So the best thing for them to do is let their time develop. And you got pieces that could develop in something like LaMelo, hopefully Brandon Miller, who you just drafted, and then Miles Bridges coming back, and hopefully they could put 2 and 2 together. Maybe get rid of Terry Rozier. I think Terry Rozier send them off somewhere, hopefully get a couple young pieces back, maybe get some type of draft capital, and then maybe get some like good vets that can help them develop the way that they need to develop. Like you could get a good point guard. I'm just going off top of the head, like a Mike Conley or something that can help LaMelo understand the game better, develop. Like, all right, this is what you need to look for, this, and that. Maybe you could go get a good vet big to teach Miles Bridges what to do, what not to do, help them out like that. So that's the best thing I really think they can do. Just let their talent develop and add some vets. That's the best thing. Because see, that's what the Grizzlies did. They let their young talent develop, and then once they finally got the top of the draft, they found that guy like Ja. They just kept building around it.
But SB, do you I know you haven't really kind of looked into it like we have.
Mhm.
Do you think that after this season and Hayward's gone, with the ability of either splitting or moving around that money that they're paying Hayward, that then they'll be able to acquire either in free agency or buyouts better people to come there? I'm just asking.
No.
Because that's
I'll be
30
honest with you.
mil on the table. That's 30 mil.
And I'm gonna keep it 100% buck with you. I highly doubt it because who Charlotte really has signed in the last couple of years? I think Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward, and I'm like, that ain't really moving the needle. That's guys where like other teams would take for a certain price, but Charlotte will have to overpay to get them. And I don't think that'd be very beneficial for Charlotte. And I think, as you said, Gordon Hayward contract's up. The person that will take his spot is Miller. And you hope that Miller develop into something that can establish to be something great. So now you got a two-headed dragon combination with LaMelo and Brandon Miller. I think what they truly need to do, because obviously we can establish, unless Brandon Miller just become some super talented player, LaMelo was your best player on your team. Build up to what makes him great. You got to get young guys who can run, who can athletic, and who can shoot and defend. And that's in different various spots of the situation. I know that's like all aspects of the game, but because you got a young guy who has better vision than a lot of people coming into the league and who can get you the ball in places and can score. So I think you bring some defenders around to protect him out, especially some bigs who athletic can run that pick and roll, LaMelo. They're obviously on that break, get him some shooters. Like, honestly, like what he had with his brothers. You had a brother who was strong, who could shoot in jello at any time, give him a full clip. You got another guy in Zoe who we run with who was nice defensive.
Right.
Zoe had a little athleticism in him. When they ran that break, they
when you get through talking, take you a break, but because you talking real fast. Keep on going, though, because
my fault. I'm gonna slow it down for you. My fault. But that's pretty much the dynamic. I think you just gotta establish who the star is and build around his strength. And that's it. That's the best thing they can do because nobody's going to come there to a buyout market. Anytime they get anybody, it's going to be somebody that's either not really worth the money that you're going to pay him. So I highly doubt he's going to make you a playoff contender team. So that's the best thing I see them can do. That's just from an honest perspective, especially from the outside looking in.
Okay. No, I dig that.
I
respect that.
I kind of agree with you, SB, to a certain extent. I see how this is gonna be going. You know, because you had made mention that Charlotte wasn't going after nobody in the free agency like that, real hard stuff like that. I agree with you because they didn't go after Lonzo like that. Just 2 years ago, they didn't go after Lonzo real hard like they wanted to. They act like they pretend.
No, Vern. The problem is that they do go after people. Nobody want to go to Charlotte. That's the problem.
Whoa.
That's what I think.
If they don't offer Zoe that right kind of money, Zoe wouldn't have took that job in Chicago. He just went out there Charlotte with his brother. You have to.
Nah, but Charlotte, but the Bulls overpaid, Vern. Like to be totally honest, they overpaid.
Whoa, you not okay? That's my point. Charlotte they wasn't going after them like, and that was the Michael Jordan.
They ain't overpaid.
No, for Zoe going after him like Michael Jordan.
Zoe got $85 million.
Going after him.
That's what he deserves.
I think he should have got $90 million if you ask me, but they gave him 85. So that's good.
85 is.
There's a question I got to ask all y'all though. If the money was even the same, $85 million to be in Chicago, $85 million to be in Charlotte, what you think most players gonna take? Chicago have a hard time signing. We have a hard time signing people too. And we Chicago. We the third biggest market in basketball.
Yeah, we Chicago. Yeah.
I think they tried to get him a brother discount.
I think what it was. Was like this. I think what it was like this: that Chicago went after him hard, and then Zach LaVine went after him even harder.
Oh no, Zoe was
Yeah, the
already
niggas was
on the way.
lying to him.
Hey, I remember because I made a video around this time. Zoe was already on his way to Chicago. We almost got caught with a tampering thing. Zoe was already set to go to Chicago.
Yep.
Yeah, I know because he admitted to him in too soon. I know it.
No, Vern. They actually sent somebody from the organization to here in New Orleans to talk to Zoe. And
that was already gone.
Right, and that was a part of that whole investigation at the same time too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was hoping to God they beat up that contract.
Zoe was already Bulls a year before.
Nico, you are so negative, bro.
Nah, it just wasn't a good decision. We can see that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, fellas, but this ain't the
Great
first time this
decision.
happened.
He just got hurt. That's all it was.
This ain't the
he
first
playing with
time
some
it's
damn
happened,
bums
man.
over there.
Player
Playing
tampering
with no
because
bums, man. He playing with
the
two
Bulls.
all-stars, man.
Them niggas some ball hogs and don't play defense.
That's crazy.
Hey, but y'all remember Chicago had D Rose and they sent D Rose to D Rose D Rose was talking to LeBron and trying to recruit him himself. That was back then, though.
Yeah, but that's players talking to each other. That's not someone from the organization coming down to a whole nother situation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's literally what he's talking about because they did almost get caught up in that tampering.
Mm-hmm. The Zoe contract, what his money he wanted, who we were trying to put together, that was already set in stone, bro. It was the play was already in play because AK was going to wait, so he knew what he wanted and how he wanted to build the team, and obviously he put it together because he kind of wanted, because he came from Denver, and you see how he built the dynamic with Denver, so he already had an idea who he wanted on his team, so.
And that's funny that you brought up the tampering because damn near nobody else brought it up.
Mm-hmm. People forget about that. That's why I said I knew Zoe was already on the way solidified. That's what I was like. Zoe going to Charlotte was never in the play. As much as everybody wanted to the brothers to play together and everybody pushing that, Zoe was already like, yeah, I'm going to Chirac. I'm on my way. That was already set. So I don't even think Charlotte was even in play for Lonzo. To keep it a buck.
Nah, I don't.
They wanted to play because of the money. That's what it was.
Money talks. It was money talks. Yeah, for sure.
That's why I wanted to play. But I'm just saying, I know he would. As a matter of fact, if they turned into new ownership, turned around and shoot a deal at him because, matter of fact, after this, I can see that too. Because they're gonna not give Lonzo. They gonna give Lonzo no extension right now because of the fact that he's hurt. So they're gonna let that play out to what 2026 or something like that or whatever it's gonna be. But then once they let that play out, did that evaporate itself because of the fact that DeRozan, either like you said before, DeRozan or Zach LaVine is gonna be gone pretty soon. So if it's Zach LaVine is gonna be gone, then Zoe ain't gonna be sticking around playing with no DeRozan.
Yeah. No, I think right now unless Zoe come back and just like a year or two before and establish himself back the way he was. So I think right now with especially the injuries, I think probably the only thing he worried about just getting back on the court. So I think he'll probably play with me and you long as he back on the court playing basketball. So right now,
yes.
So I don't think he care about who he play with. He'll play with anybody right now.
Well, I agree with you because he's getting paid, but it's also a future after that, though. That contract is going to be up in 2026 or whatever. That'd be about that time. That contract is going to be up. So the future's after that. He's hurt right now. It's not like you said, like we all said before. It's not guaranteed that he's going to come back, but we expect him to come back. But when we expect him to come back, it's expectations out of the Chicago Bulls too. I don't expect the Chicago Bulls to be in order to be attracting Zoe's attention at that time because I don't see them winning nothing.
No, I think we still is because I think like how we handling the Zoe situation. I feel like, and then the city showing love. I said the only thing that probably keeping Lonzo Ball away from Chicago is probably the snow. That's about it. And I don't blame him. I've been wanting to get away from the snow since I've been here. But we handling the situation good. They treat them like right. The fan base treating them right. You don't hear no bad talking about Zoe in Chicago. The crazy part about it is I believe his hometown of LA and probably New Orleans talk bad more about Zoe than they ever did in Chicago. We
don't talk bad about him here. We don't. The only thing we say is we dodge the bullet. That's all we say.
No,
we don't. No.
That's disrespectful coming from a trash ass team.
Hey,
nah,
for real.
And we are talking about New Orleans, aren't we?
I mean, that's the only thing we say as far as the point guard position because at the time, Benson didn't want to like pay the luxury tax for the team that she had at the time, because we're not a free agent destination neither. So that's part of the situation. I mean,
Mhm.
I get what partner's saying, but you can talk that way when you either support or you're at a big market. When you're
Yep.
at a non-big market,
It's
you
hard.
kind of have to take what you get and kind of make it work. And you really do have to build through the draft. So I
Mhm.
definitely see the aspect that SB coming from.
Mhm.
The only reason why I brought up the Haywood situation, because I know this is the last year and that 30 mil is coming off of the books.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
then that's 30 mil you can kind of move around, either Rob Peter to pay Paul, however you look at the situation, to
Mhm.
bring in other players with different dynamics that could actually add. Because
Yeah.
the other thing is, I feel they need to add. Charlotte needs to add to their front court before they really make the noise that I think they
Mhm.
potentially want to make.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah.
so who so I got a question. Like, what position in the front court? Because I think center is solidified on Charlotte.
Power forward,
Who y'all sending right now again?
Right, but yeah,
They
Williams.
Williams,
got
Who was he?
Williams.
it's Mark Williams.
Mark Williams. Okay.
He's basically like Rudy Gobert, just more athletic.
More
So
athletic.
I
Yes.
actually, yeah, being actually like later down the line, probably like in year 4, year 5, actually competing for defensive player of the year.
Okay. Well, let me check them out real quick.
Low key. He got a
Yeah,
little pretty
it's
good, decent
yeah,
jump.
it's deep.
He got a pretty decent jump shot too. If you give him a chance,
I
yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah, he got a little jump shot. He got to get more opportunities to shoot it.
I disagree. I
Is that the
disagree.
same one? Is that the same one that dunked on Wimbiana? Wimbiama?
No, that's
No,
Kai
that's the other
Jones.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's Kai
Jones.
Jones.
That's Cal
But
Jones.
No,
I
no,
but I
I'm talking about
disagree.
the one
But I
that dunked
disagree.
on. That wasn't Jones that dunked on
I can't.
I'm
Wimbiana.
talking about. I'm talking about his
Oh
perimeter
Listen,
game.
yeah, I
listen,
know.
listen.
I know Mark Williams. That's a dude from Duke. The dude from Duke. I
Yeah,
remember
I'm
him.
talking
I know
about
what
his
you're talking
perimeter
about.
Yeah,
game. I'm talking about his perimeter game. I ain't talking about the
I
outside shooting.
disagree. I
Yeah,
disagree.
yeah,
I disagree
give
with
him a
that.
check. I give him another year or
I
two.
disagree.
He gonna have that in his
All right,
game
if
a
you
little bit more.
all right, if you want to give him a year or two, that's cool. But saying that in hindsight, saying that like right now, I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Yeah,
Saying
he
a
ain't
player
crazy.
has a nice jump shot, saying a player has a nice jump shot, but only taking mid range doesn't sit well with me, bro. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I can't.
he take 1 3 attempt the whole rookie. He take
No,
one.
I can't give you that, bro. I'm not giving you that. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
But if he's working on his game, hey, he gotta get more opportunities to shoot it. There. I mean, if
Now,
that's what he's really
now,
working on
now, if
outside
you're
and everything else,
now, if
Yeah,
you
go ahead though.
now, if you want to give him, hold on. Now, if you want to say maybe in the future he can develop that since he shoots decently from the free throw line, cool. I will give you that. But right now, nah, bro, I can't give you that, man.
Nah, I just think he need to keep that jumping like Horace Grant and keep it moving. Like y'all trying to move his range. I that's what I have a problem with.
Yeah,
To
man.
be
Like
honest, and
it's
that's
nothing,
just
man.
me.
Listen, man. He could be $100 million center in the league by basically being an all world defender and develop his little mid range. He ain't got to shoot the three like that. Be a rim
Okay,
runner. Be a rim
right.
runner.
I'm with
You
what
know,
you're
be
saying.
be a great be a great assist man for LaMelo. Dunk the basketball and block shots. He changed the whole dynamic of the whole Charlotte just by him doing that. He can get paid money. So that's all he need to do. He don't need to shoot threes. It's cool if he does that. That's fine. But I personally I don't want him shooting threes, man.
Well,
I agree.
the name of the game is not that your opponent have a weakness on you. So if you're a smart player, like say you develop all aspects of your game if you can. So okay, just in case that some Melo
If
having a
he
bad
can,
game or somebody just say for instance, your guard is having
that's the
a bad
but that's
game or your team is going ice cold. Then better say, oh okay, he could shoot it and he might just be the player to
but
spot the
that's why
team up. That's
But
all I'm
that's
saying.
but that is why you have other elite other scorers on the team, such as a Brandon Miller and a Miles Bridges. So that if LaMelo is cold, those players don't ask for Mark Williams to do that. That's not his game right now.
No, I'm
Mark
talking about
Williams,
the
that's
future.
not
I'm talking about if I'm talking about
in
if that
the
ever wants to happen though. Down the line.
even in the future, I don't think that's gonna be. I don't see Mark Williams expanding his game out like that. Like that.
Yeah,
That's rare that you run into. That's rare that you run into a Joel Embiid,
yeah. I
man.
mean, yeah, I heard.
It's not even too many in the league anymore. Those is going extinct right now, bro. So it's
Yeah,
like
but
you need to develop players. He already has players on the team, such as a Miles Bridges, and you can develop, Brandon Miller on the team. Now, if he does develop that, you take that by all stretch. That's cool. But he ain't got to sit here and be a 20 and 10 guy. He could be a 15 and 10, give me 3 blocks a game, and I'm maybe even a
Right.
13 and 10. Give me 13 points, 13 good points, 10 plus rebounds, 3 block shots. I'm cool with that at a high percentage.
K
I'm
K
perfectly fine with
basically
that, man.
basically K to be honest, the some individuals are trying to make everybody like a small forward, and that's the problem that's going around the NBA right now. They're trying to look at every position to kind of have the characteristics of a small forward, even if they're in the front court, and that's actually wrong on us. Now, them probably shooting it when they're wide open and someone on your team say shoot, like regardless of the fact of the matter, that's different. But you, your center got to shoot threes. Your power forward got to shoot three. Everybody got to shoot threes. Come on, man. Like I understand where Merv is coming from, because that's actually gonna like mess him up as a player, because he didn't have that in his toolbox in the beginning.
yeah, but I heard he been working. He been working on that shot. But like I said, that's I guess. Hey, it coach you want them go in there and bang and grab boards and stuff. But I mean, as an individual player, if he's want to add that to the game, yeah, by all means, do it. But you know what I'm saying.
I mean, I
I,
dig that, but I'm sorry. I gotta be on Merv's side. Like, stand strong on this one.
Man,
You don't
like
want
how
that young
many
man changing this game like that.
man, it's like only like 4 centers in the league that you can really say like that can really shoot, maybe 5 that can really say like you could be like, all right, this man really shoot the three. Nobody else really don't do it like that, man. And the
And
ones that shoot, they are right percentage wise, but ain't nobody sitting right there and he's shooting the league, man. Like, shooting a three like that, man. What you need to do is basically defend. Charlotte don't need a center to shoot the three. Charlotte needs somebody that can hold down the paint, rebound, and block shots. That's what they need, and that's what Charlotte's been answering for, and they've been praying for, and they got that.
yeah,
That's what they needed. They needed somebody that can hold the paint down because they don't have the best perimeter defense right now. It can improve with Brandon Miller's development and bringing Miles Bridges back. But right now, at the two guard positions, they don't have the best perimeter defense. So they need somebody that can clean up the glass whenever they make mistakes on the perimeter.
okay, I understand that aspect of it.
Yeah, they need somebody that can clean the glass up, man. And that's what Mark Williams does. He had a high percentage at deterring shots from the rim and altering shot. One of the highest percentages in the league when he was starting.
Yeah, he's still gonna be starting. Yeah, yeah. Like I told you, man. Like I said, I think SB. I think Gordon Hayward, when his contract expired, because Gordon Hayward doesn't want to be on the Charlotte Hornets anyway. I think we already know that. You know what I'm saying?
No, he
So
wants to be
no,
there.
no, no. He
It's
wants to be
just
on
that
Utah. Oh, actually, I'm telling you, he wants to be on Utah Jazz. That's where he really want to be at. But the
no, his
Jazz, he
wife
don't have no
want to go
space.
back to Utah. No,
Yeah, but
the
yeah,
wife wants to be back in Utah,
yeah,
but
but
I don't think Utah is gonna actually like for what they're getting with Charlotte right now with that salary. They're not gonna get that in Utah, because Utah already technically have pieces for the future
yeah,
at
yeah,
his
yeah.
position.
The only reason why I can tell you that he wanted to go back to Utah because I seen it on his Twitter account. That's why I can tell you that this was last year though, because I was checking them out. Know what I'm saying too. So that's what I was saying. But yeah, we know Utah is not gonna pick them back up. You know, so they're rebuilding already. You know.
Yeah, I mean that, but the wife wants to be there. But Utah already that last draft and including this draft, like his small forward position is full. Like I can go look at their roster right now. I know not this past draft, but last year they drafted the guy who really he played for Kansas. Dude was a monster. They didn't really feature him this year. I mean this past season because they was like not trying to win, like they wasn't trying to mess up their draft picks, if that kind of makes sense. Then and that's the main reason why they didn't feature him. But that young man from Kansas is a monster. Like Gordon
Yeah.
Hayward couldn't even touch the floor with that young man on the team.
Okay, though, do y'all also agree did Donovan Mitchell make a mistake to go to Cleveland? He should have stayed in Utah and with the team.
No, he didn't make a mistake because
He
Utah didn't have the pieces
because
that they have now.
Cleveland, he went to Cleveland, but I think yeah, I think low key wants to go to Miami because I think D Wade tried to get Donovan Mitchell to go to Miami, which that probably would have been a good pickup if they could have got him this past season. They probably could have, you know, got him to the
Yeah,
championship.
but they have
They did get a
Lowry.
championship. Yeah, we could have
They
won.
they
Yeah, yeah.
they have Miami got their
He
own
yeah he could have.
problems when it comes to salary because Lowry's salary is so high. If Lowry's salary was not there or as high as it is, then I can honestly see that argument. But because his salary is as high as it is, there is no argument. Like Lowry is deterring a lot from them at this juncture because his salary is so high.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, don't get us wrong. We can't take nothing from Lobby. He's a 2019 champion. He did, but now, see what else. I'm trying to figure out what Portland going to do with Damian Lillard, how the locker room going to be, because you already got a rookie that's coming in that wanted to star player's number, and I'm trying to figure out how they're going to work that out. How they going to coexist? How do y'all think they're going to coexist in the season coming up?
Uh, I'll let Merv answer first because I I have mixed issues about the whole Damian Lillard whole situation.
God, what you think about that, bro?
What's that?
About Damian Lillard, he said, "Do you think they're gonna coexist in Portland?" I'm gonna give you a shot at it first because I got mixed emotions about
Yeah,
it, and I'm
yeah.
not even
Do
being
you think they're
funny.
gonna
You
coexist in
talking
Portland?
about
Yeah, their
Absolutely
locker
not.
room because you got the rookie
you talking
players that
about
want the
Dame? You
star
talking
players
about
number.
Dame?
Dame
Yeah,
and Swoop.
You talk you
Damon
talking
Scoop Henderson. Yeah,
I mean, Dame ain't. I mean, personally, I think Dame can play off. Dame can play off ball. Scoot, the one I got questions about playing off ball right now because of his lack of shooting until he develops it. But I mean, Scoot is just gonna take Dame's spot whenever he comes off the bench. So I don't think they're gonna play together that much. I ain't got no issue with it. I mean, Scoot should want to learn behind Dame. Ain't got no issue with that.
Now me, just like how Purple brought up the other night, and that's the main reason why I was trying to get back on. We, I I think when it comes to Scoop, is more of he kind of have a better leg up because he played in the G League, so the NBA speed is easier for him to grab. As far as what the media is actually trying to insinuate, that's more what I really have a problem with because Dame never in the whole beginning of all this, and yeah, I know they was trying to make their own storylines and all the rest of that, but Dame wasn't talking about leaving. And now to put it like on Dame back like it's his fault for everything, that's like that's really the black eye that I really don't like because Dame didn't start this whole punching battle when it comes with ownership or the front office and like that. They made him false promises that they didn't live up to, which in turn had nothing in the beginning to do with Dame. It wasn't Dame's fault.
Yeah. That's true. You know, because I heard this stuff that they want him to recruit better players and stuff like that. You know, and I say, well, he got Scoop, then it's time to go. Because yeah, Scoop then saying one of his number thing he was gonna be the starting point guard. Now he gonna find out that he gonna have to come off the bench because we already know that Anthony Simon's not coming off the bench for the rookie. We always that's not happening.
Yeah, but Simon is a
Shooting guard.
yeah, shooting guard.
Yeah.
But he was drafted. But see, and that's the other thing. He was actually drafted to replace CJ. And there's nothing bad about CJ, but it Portland was showing then like they was aiming towards a rebuild. And if you actually really follow basketball, you actually know that they was aiming towards a rebuild during that time.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be the cause this. I guess important. I guess we are gonna cause this. I
You
guess
talking
training
about
camp
what?
is
You
coming.
talking about with Anthony Simons?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Simons, and to be honest with you, got a bit more talent than CJ. CJ is good, but I think Anthony Simons can be better than CJ.
No, no. What I'm literally saying is after the years of like wear and tear, and CJ was slowing down. I will admit that when he was in Portland at the time, he was slowing down. Even on the Pelicans right now, he is spurts where you could tell his gear not there no more. But like overall, when it with that draft is like you can tell by who they drafted who they was trying to replace. Is basically what I'm getting at. Because they had other players
I mean,
on
I
the
understand.
board, but
I
they
mean,
but you could tell with who they went after. It was like,
yeah,
oh no, I got this replacement here. I got that. I got replace this one, but they didn't really like hit it harder. They could not go harder mainly because of where they was positioned within that draft. But you can kind of tell because they even said like who was on their draft board. And when they let the cat out the bag, who was on their draft board after the draft, you kind of knew the writing was on the wall. If that makes more sense.
yeah. I mean, they had to trade C.J.
I
McCollum.
mean, I get it. I mean, I get. You know, you draft for one thing. You know, me personally, I don't think, CJ. I don't think Anthony Simons was going to be a CJ McCollum. I think it was a situation of, although CJ was slowing down, I think it was one he was slowing down. Two was injuries.
Right.
Um, and I think basically the dynamic between him and Dame just wasn't working. It just wasn't working. It wasn't equating to them getting over the hump. So they had to separate them two. The guard dynamic with players like a CJ and Dame, the small guard dynamic, just don't work.
Well,
It hasn't equated to
I don't
winning.
think
Hold
the
on,
Jeremy
winning.
Grant.
It hasn't equated to winning. So they're just going to pretty much basically, so them having Anthony Simons, because Anthony Simons didn't get drafted. He went through like the supplemental draft. He didn't get drafted in the regular
Right.
draft. He went through a supplemental draft. So it took a while for him to develop into the player they are now, because they had Anthony Simons for like 4 years before he became the player that he is now,
Yep, we
Right.
did. Yep,
because he
that's
was
what I
coming
was
off
gonna
the
bring up.
bench. So
Yep, yep.
so it's like he wasn't really a CJ replacement. It was just more like cool. He's developing. We can move on from CJ. But the thing was though, is just that they just had to break CJ into the fact that it just wasn't working. So now they're trying something new. We're giving Anthony Simon some money, but Dame wants to leave, and I don't think Dame wants to leave because of Scoop. I think Dame wants to leave because he wants to win.
That's
I don't think
understandable.
Scoop got nothing.
Yeah,
I don't think Scoop got. I don't think Scoop got nothing to do with it. I think just Dame just wants to win, and he knows
right.
his closing right now. And you can
I,
say
I I
basically,
don't break it up like that though, Murph.
I mean,
I
you can say the media. you could say the media basically could play a role in it and everything. I don't think so. I think it's just Dame just wants to win, man. And
Uh,
Portland just doesn't have the. I think it just Portland just doesn't. Portland is the same. It has the same issue with Charlotte. Not a place where free agents just want to go there, even with Dame, who's going to be a Hall of Famer. Like with Jeremy Grant, and you could say, "Oh, Jeremy Grant's there." They traded for him.
yeah, but I don't think that move was one that actually moved the needle neither. Me personally.
Yeah, it's not a move. It's not a move that moves the needle. Jeremy Grant is a good need another secondary option or a first option, basically there with Dame in order to keep him there. So they have nothing there. So and with that, they haven't really gone out and really made the moves to bring in other talent, to help Dame win. So it's like, Dame wants to leave, and I don't blame him for that.
Yeah,
I've
I
been
don't.
I've been saying I've been saying it for years, Dame need to leave, but Dame is loyal to a point. He wanted to be loyal. He wanted to stay with the team. It's just that they just at the ownership there. They just don't got the pull to get certain talent there because it's fucking Portland, man.
Yeah. I mean, good thing about it. If Damian Lillard was to leave, the fans there's not gonna hate him. Okay, he's been so loyal to him. They gonna understand why he left. And you know that's how it be
And
sometimes.
it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with Dame leaving, man. If Dame wants to leave, that's cool. I got an issue with that because Dame's my favorite player. I watch Portland a lot. I see what's going on in their roster. I like their young core and the direction they're moving. It's just that Dame doesn't fit the timeline there no more. Writing on the wall, and he has no problem moving. That's why basically I don't. That's why I don't see Nurkic staying there too much longer. Jeremy Grant is on a deal where basically they can trade him to get basically more pieces for him. So a lot of people think, oh, he's getting this money to stay. No, a lot of times, a lot of these players get this money so they can make them more tradable.
Yeah, because Nurkic did resign. He didn't even test free agency. He just resigned with him.
Yeah, and it's a very favorable contract where they can trade them. A lot of these players are probably going to end up getting traded to where they're going to get draft capital back because they're on favorable contracts where they can go because what Portland wants to do is they're going to pull basically what others doing. They got Scoot who potentially can be their franchise player. They got Shaden Sharp who's going to be potentially a franchise player. What they're going to do is they're going to trade some of the older vets like a Dame, like a Jeremy Grant, like a Nurkic, and they're going to build around those players. Right now, their best young player is Anthony Simons. So they're going to
Yes.
keep Anthony Simons there. They're going to build around young core with Simon, Scoot, Shaden Sharp, and bring in some more and get some more picks to add in more talent. And they're going to re up on everything. So I think those older players like Nurkic, Jeremy Grant, and Dame, if Dame's contract is freaking ridiculous, they're going to basically be able to package those guys, get back young talent so they can move forward. And that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do what they did before. They're going to try to build through the draft because you notice Portland doesn't really bring in a whole bunch of free agents. They typically build through the draft.
Yeah, that's facts.
So Portland doesn't really have a history of bringing in top free agents like that. Every once in a blue moon they will, but they don't. I mean, they bring in like Scotty one year. They bring in some other players, not consistently them bringing in top free agent talent. They typically build through the draft or they trade for it.
That's crazy, man. Because Portland had a lot, Lamarcus Aldridge, they had Wesley Matthews,
They drafted him.
Nicholas
They
Batum. Yeah,
drafted
they
him.
drafted them guy. That was a nice little starting five, man. And 1 year I thought the starting five was gonna do something. Actually, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Shit.
like Brand, they drafted him. Lamarcus Aldridge, they drafted him. Of course,
Yep.
Dame Lillard, they drafted him. A lot of these players they drafted.
I
I mean,
mean,
that
I'm
was
I,
not.
I'm not
Yeah,
disagreeing with you.
Brandon Ward. Brandon Ward. They had a great open, but Brandon Ward was another good talent until he got hurt, man. I was mad about that. That dude was balling. A lot of people don't realize how
Oh yeah,
good Brandon Ward
Brandon
was.
Roy,
You know, was
Brandon Roy was gonna be a problem, boy. He was gonna be a problem for them Lakers. Or Brandon Roy was
oh,
gonna
he
be a
was gonna
problem.
Lakers to
Yeah.
flux,
Kobe
boy. He
even
was gonna
said
Lakers
that.
to flux. Before the injuries, he was getting them motherfuckers
Kobe even
the
said that,
flush.
man. If Kobe even said that, if Brandon Roy would have stayed healthy, he would have been a thorn in the Lakers behind because that boy can ball.
That I
He had a,
definitely
he
agree
had a,
with.
he had a man from inside, outside, getting to the rim and can play defense.
Hell
He was
yeah, bro.
everything, man.
Yeah. I was mad when he got hurt, bro. I was like, damn.
Man, who eating chips? Somebody eating chips. They
Hey,
damn, they're making me hungry.
if y'all want to talk about if y'all want to talk about James Harden, guess what, y'all? I don't feel sorry for this bastard, and I mean that to the core. In my opinion, the Sixers should have never picked him up anyway. The team should have been ran through Tyrese Maxey and Joe Embiid anyway. And he had no business over there. That's what he get. And I hope he
Actually, that's true.
and check it out. If he try to sit out, Adam Silver knows not gonna play that. They're gonna shit. He could try to sit out if he want to. Adam Silver not playing around with that. They're not going for it. Trust and believe.
I mean, it as far as Harden, I don't really think that
I
he's
don't feel
going
sorry
to.
for him. I don't feel sorry for him. That's his fault. He should have stayed his ass in Brooklyn and been happy.
I don't think he would have been happy in Brooklyn, Pimp. I don't think he would have been
Man,
happy
he
in
gonna have to
Brooklyn,
do that
Man,
man.
I
contract.
don't. Man,
He gonna have to
listen,
do
man.
that
I don't
contract.
think. See, the thing is with Harden, I don't think he's ever happy or satisfied, man. So he ain't gonna ever be happy or satisfied. He's just that type of person to where basically nothing satisfy him. If something doesn't go his way, go his way initially, he's never satisfied. He's very selfish. He's very inconsiderate. He's not a team player. I feel like he's also a bad locker room guy. It's just and basically a bad distraction. So it's just a matter of basically. Personally, I don't like him. I think he's going to be me personally, he's probably going to end up
He could go back
because
to
of
Houston, man. Send him
his.
to Houston, man. Forget
No, no,
send him
don't
to
Sad to
Houston.
say.
don't
It's
send him to
sad. It's
Houston
sad to
way
say.
back.
It's sad to say he's gonna. It's sad to say he might end up as a Hall of Famer more than likely, and I can't stand that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think he gonna mess around and not get that'd be crazy if he let's say after his contract. If he don't get picked up by another team, if he gotta go, if James Harden forced to go overseas. Because if I was a GM, I'd be like, you know what, you the one came over here, your ass gonna have to play. You could try to sit down if you want to. I'll have your ass fine. So we could
Well,
play, we
Ben
could do it
Simmons
your way.
just messed it up for everybody, K. Ben Simmons actually just messed it up for
I
everybody
think
with the
before Ben Simmons though, I think
no, 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 no,
Kawhi and all
no.
them other guys. I mean, you talking about basically talking about the mental health thing. You talking about the
No, no,
mental
no,
health
no,
thing.
no. That's not what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. What I'm actually talking about is when he put in that appeal to get the money back for sitting out, he actually messed it up for all the players after that. Because now the owners are now trying to add in a rule that's why they added in the rule of the 65 games for the All-Star game. So the owners are already hitting since y'all did what y'all did, now we're gonna do what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the owners are doing.
Oh, trying to take back power. That's all. Trying to change the power back. There was the Brown side, the players they
It's
gave
gonna
our players all
start
the
that low
power,
management too.
low
No,
It's gonna
management
no,
start
too.
that no, that was Popovich. Popovich
Popovich
start is the
Popovich started it started the first, yeah,
godfather of
yeah,
of low management. He's the
Godfather.
godfather of that.
Yeah, that's true. I remember when that first happened. Yeah. Because you understand back then. See, I don't think Kobe Bryant didn't believe in load management. I mean, he was playing. He didn't believe in that. Or nor did Michael Jordan. When he was playing, he said, "We don't believe in no load management. We don't do that over here." You know.
Yeah, but also you also got to think during those days, a lot of players took that hot shot to continue playing too.
Oh yeah, we know.
A
We
lot
know
of
he took the
players today
PEDs.
don't want to.
Yeah.
No, no, not PEDs, not PEDs. I'm talking about that hot
Oh.
shot to actually to let the pain go away. not the PEDs, not the
Well,
PEDs.
I know LeBron. I know LeBron took something because I know his. I remember almost all his hair was falling out. All of a sudden, all his hair came back. I was like, okay, he must have took something, but that's a whole nother story, though.
Yeah,
Shit,
but if you honestly look
that's
at
a whole
him,
nother story.
You
he
funny
stay
for
on
that.
top of his nutrition.
Yeah, yeah, that too.
He's
Yeah, that
one
too. Hey, is that the
who
one with the help though? But hey, they got help too. Hey, I understand they got all the technology and all the extra stuff that you don't know about half the time, and they got it out there, man.
yeah,
And
but I
LeBron,
mean, he didn't stay with a nutritionist. He didn't
yeah.
stay with a trainer. He
Oh yeah.
he does the cold recovery. He does the heat recovery. Like since day one of him stepping in the NBA, that there's no other player that already allocated 1.1 million on the side just for nutrition and
Oh yeah.
recovery.
That's smart. That's the smartest. That's the smart thing I would have did if I was. I would have did the same thing. Yeah, you the hell you down right. Pay for a nutritionist. Somebody fix my meals and you
No,
know,
no, not a chef. There's a difference.
what,
The
what,
nutritionists actually track your body intake and how your body reacts to that intake.
hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
nutrition is
smart.
a chef just cook. A nutritionist does a
Yeah,
little bit deeper.
Yeah.
yeah. They literally pay attention to damn near everything that you do. Like
Now you could
they
be a
damn near
chef. Now you could be a nutritionist chef. That you can
That's
be
right.
what that's
that.
what I'm saying.
But a chef,
Nutrition itself. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So, but
Yeah,
that's
but
different from just being a
yeah, that's
regular chef.
different.
Right.
Yeah, that's
That's a
different.
nutritionist
But
chef. That's what I meant. Nutritionist chef. Of course, they're gonna keep tabs on everything that he do. Yeah.
no, 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 no. It's no. He actually has a nutritionist, doc. Then he also has a chef. It is not the same person at all. Like
Well,
he
I know that the
actually
same
has a
person. Yeah, I know that.
nutritionist.
Yeah.
No, no, no. There's like what Merv is saying. There are some chefs that are nutritionists. Yes, 100%. But he has a separate nutritionist and a separate chef. Just like he has one trainer for his game, and then he has another trainer that helps him with muscle mass and in the gym. Like is like he actually have different like different people rather than combining those positions. He doesn't combine them. Like he literally have different people.
Right. That shit. That's what Kobe has some trainers, and Kobe started that. Yeah. So yeah. So that's smart. So 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 shit, cause you got so a lot of people forgot LeBron came in the league at 225, I think 230. So he was already for
Oh no,
18 years
that's
old at the
light.
time.
Uh-uh. No,
That's like
that's
coming to
light.
the league.
He was
But he
heavier
was
than that. He was
but he
heavier
was
than
so
that, dog. He
but
came in 240, 245 ish. Like
240
he
he
was
bulked up.
heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
He was knocking
he
guys
was
out the way.
heavy. Yeah, he was damn near 250 when he came in the NBA.
No, I don't
Like
think
when his first
he was he was 240. He wasn't 250 yet, man. Nah, he wasn't 250
no,
yet. Nah,
no,
come in.
no, you said 220.
I
I
said,
know
no,
he wasn't 220.
I said he was about 230, 235, something like that. I mean, I was talking about 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? After years of course he gonna bulk up after years of being in the league. Of course, the grown man strength than what he already had. But he came in the league about 235.
Yeah,
But he's 6 foot. He down there 6'9". So what you expect? You know what I'm saying? And he got to.
yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying like how much he committed to the game, like that was unheard of during that time because as far as the NBA, that we was moving past the drunk and the we was back
The
with
80s
the
was the 80s
Yeah,
was the
LeBron.
cocaine.
So
The 80s
LeBron.
was the cocaine and all that stuff. Then the 90s, it was still some problems. They cleaned it up, in 2000s, we definitely, what I'm saying, try to really clean that up.
yeah. What
All
you was
right,
about to say, Mary?
so I got it right here. It says LeBron was 240 his rookie year.
Yeah, I thought it was like
Oh,
240, 245 ish.
I was I was close. I said 235, 240. I said no, he wasn't 250 coming in, but he close enough. 235, 240. Okay, yeah,
Yeah, and I was just going off of the dome because that
yeah.
like he that I gotta give it to him. That dude's strong. That just came in like Carmelo came in heavy to me. To me, even though he was a good scorer, if Carmelo would have lost just a little bit of weight, boy, I think he it would have been a tie between him and LeBron of being the face of the NBA. I
I
honestly
remember,
think that.
well, Carmelo thought he played a better rookie year than LeBron had. Carmelo believed that he should have been rookie of the year because he said,
I
well,
mean,
reason why he
He
didn't win it
has a
because there
kite.
was a popularity thing because LeBron was a little bit more known than he was. So you
I
know,
mean, I'm
No,
not gonna
Melo
sit
high as a
here.
kite.
Now, how was he high as a kite? Because
I
because Carmelo was balling his rookie year. He averaged 21
he
points a game, took it and led the team to the
well,
playoffs.
that's what I
he
said. Carmelo,
he.
Carmelo thought he should have won that year, that rookie year.
If
Yeah,
anything, it should have been co-rookie of the year.
he should have been, but yeah, that's
I I
yeah.
I think that race was close, but I think LeBron had him like more than a nose.
LeBron had a
I
little
don't
bit
know,
Close,
man.
more.
yes, but more than a nose.
LeBron had a few more good games than he did, I could say. So yeah, maybe that's what got LeBron the rookie of the year. You know.
The rim ratio was higher for LeBron.
Yeah.
Like changing the run ratio of the organization, like that in his overall stats wasn't just on offense; it was also on defense. So that so when I say high as a kite, like that's what I mean. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And in that rookie year, nah, no numbers wise, LeBron had 'em.
Oh yeah, man, he's too popular, man. The chosen one, they have him all in the
I don't
magazines,
know
the
about that one,
chosen
man.
one, and all that stuff. You know.
Yeah, I mean, as far as that, nah, I I
I don't
would
know,
have
man.
hella pushback on that one.
I don't know, man. Melo averaged 21 points, um, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.2 steal, a half a block a game on 43 from the field and 32 from the 3-point line. So let me go look at LeBron.
Because I mean, win ratio is the
Because, I
main.
mean, and Carmelo went to the playoffs. Remember that.
Yeah, but what the win ratio, Denver was always like falling just short of the playoffs during those years. They was always close, but just couldn't get over the hump. Like Cleveland was the dog horse for those years. Like literally,
So
Cleveland was the dog horse.
LeBron averaged 20 points. Melo got him there. Melo averaged more rebounds. Brian only had 5.5. Brian did have more assists. Only steals. Melo was I think it was 0.15. LeBron was 0.12. Averaged a little bit more blocks. LeBron. Melo was 0.5. LeBron was 0.7. So Melo shot better from the free throw line. Melo shot better from three, and Carmelo shot better from the field. Brian
Yeah,
James
we
was
know he
42.
shot
LaMelo
better
was
from
40.
three. That's what Melo built his game on. We know he shot better from three.
Melo also shot better from the field too.
Okay.
Me personally should have been co-rookie of the year.
And let's not forget, Carmelo. His last time he played was last season. Carmelo he shot what down to 40% from three. Before his Hall of Fame, all this stuff until he was forced to retire because can't get nobody else to pick him up. So he said, "Fuck it, I just retired."
He should have still been on the Lakers. I'm still mad at
Yeah,
Palinka
I'm
for
still
not
mad
bringing
about
him
that
back.
too. He still should have been too. You know.
Palinka should have brought him back. Like I was so hot behind that it was ridiculous because those were the 13 points we needed. 13, 14 points that we needed.
13 points
Like
a game or
literally.
15, he give you 15, 16, or eight, sometimes 18. That's what Camilla give you. Opportunity is given. So I don't know. Hey, the Lakers is dumb, man. They should have kept Lonnie Walker though. I don't know why they let him go. I'm still
No,
mad
no,
about that
no.
too.
We did Walker a disservice from the beginning of the season. We
Okay.
had him down as the starting small forward. When if
Yeah.
anything, Reeves had a bigger body frame. We kind of should have put plug Reeves there. Um, we actually did him a disservice, but just like he does bring up himself, Walker honestly brings up himself that just the knowledge that he was able to ascertain and bring forward with him, he's happy about, and he liked how we didn't rush him back from injury. So he does say nice things about the Lakers, but me as a Laker fan, we did that man a discourtesy. We honestly did. We had that man as a small forward, like at 210. No, 185, 190 as a small forward at 6 foot. Nah, man, we did that man a disservice.
694, 6'4", 194, 200 at the most anyway. But yeah, you can't put him in that position. You know. No.
No, no, no. We put him there because at the time Trey Brown was actually hurt.
Oh, yeah, that's understandable. Right. That's why I was saw
And
that
then when
too.
Trey
Yeah.
Brown came back, Trey Brown wasn't playing the same like he played with the Bulls. Like that's the Trey Brown that we put in that request for. You dig what I'm saying? When he came to the Lakers, we put in that request for that Chicago Brown, and he didn't come with that. He came more like downtown Brown. So that's the main reason why we left him downtown.
Yeah. 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 I see that.
Because we did want him to actually produce. Walker actually already knew that it was supposed at before they got on the campaign about Reeves. It was supposed to be Walker's job to lose at shooting guard. That was what was in the whole situation when it comes to Walker. It was supposed to be his shooting guard job to lose. But then once Reed did perform in training camp and everything that he did, the Lakers was like, well, Walker, we just gonna start you at small forward and run a double shooting guard system.
Yeah, Reeves man is gonna be he's a rising star man in the making, bro. Like he got the opportunities now. He said all he need was opportunities and he got it. Man, I told seeing him on the podcast, you know, all he need was opportunity. So
Well,
he,
but honestly, if you look at it, Reeves could easily be a double-edged sword because he played point guard in all throughout high school and college.
in college, he said he played it
He
in
he
college.
moved
Yeah,
he moved to the shooting guard to actually be in the starting lineup.
right.
So he wasn't even supposed to be the shooting guard for Los Angeles. So actually with him playing out of position is actually benefiting him.
Right. And which that was a smart move because he like shit. Okay, I could be a starter instead of come off the bench, and he shouldn't. Hey, he's good enough to start, and he should start. You know, if anybody disagree with that, who should be starting if Russell Reeves ain't starting?
Who should be starting if who not
If
starting?
if Russell Reeves ain't starting, who should be starting over him? Then you know, I don't think there's nobody that you could put over Russell Reeves since he put himself in the shooting guard position.
Well that year I mean for what we went into the season with, I'll be honest. The only thing that I was hoping for is that the all-time scoring record be broke and LeBron and AD get through healthy. That's all I was hoping for. And yes, I'm saying that as a as a strong LBJ fan. That's all I was hoping for. As far as everything else that came, that was this icing on the cake. Like,
Well,
because it wasn't in my purview to I didn't think Palenka was gonna be able to pull off the moves that he was able to pull off. Um, I Me personally, I didn't see it working with Russell like a lot of people did, but I didn't think
I
it was
think they
gonna
overly
get to
criticized.
that
I think
potential.
he overly
I
criticized
didn't think
him. Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna blow up like that when it comes to Russell. Um, but then that wound up going so far left to where he put
Yeah,
everybody back against the wall
that
as
was
far
unfair.
as with him.
That was very unfair, man. That was very unfair. Because Russell, man, that was very unfair. He should have been the one that took all the criticism like that. I know it, and a whole lot of other people know it. Even also Reeves himself said it. He said Russell should not have took all the criticism that he took what I'm saying, that year. So
No, but Russell, but to be totally honest, Russell did not change his game. Russell has always been like a streaky shooter. Like I don't I just didn't think like emotional wise that it was going to like explode like that, but it wound up exploding like that cuz like not only did he show there was no camaraderie, he also showed like he he really some aspect like couldn't stand his own teammates to a point.
it wasn't that, man. I think it was the fans. I think he let the fans get to him to the point to where he should not let the fans get to him. Just work on, do your thing, play. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of things you need to change up, do that, and go from there. But I guess that can fuck with anybody, man. I mean, you let the media get to you too much, and you're not concentrating and focus. You're gonna have some bad. Yeah. You could possibly have a bad season. You know. But I also I wonder what you think about Anthony Davis getting his attention. You think should have gave it to him due to the fact that we don't know if he gonna play 60 games or not, or he's gonna be healthy for a duration of the whole season.
I
I, don't-
mean,
to me,
get,
in my opinion, I'm not a Lakers fan, but I'm just going for what I saw of him. Me personally,
okay, so watch this.
I would give him that extension. I would not give him that extension. But
Okay,
what would you give him that?
okay, now you say that right. Now you say that right. Um, the young man that's in Indiana right now that just got that average of 195, but potentially up to 260.
Oh, you talking about
Um,
Halliburton? Halliburton, okay, yeah.
right. When Halliburton got that deal, that messed up anybody ever saying that statement because Halliburton has not primarily been healthy in the beginning of his career. And look at the
Okay,
type of contract that he has.
okay. We know about Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is 30 years old. Halliburton is 20, what, 23? Okay, this is okay. I know what you're saying, but this ain't you know.
So with Halliburton actually getting that contract, that messed up the whole that messed up anybody having that type of argument. And I'm not saying nothing bad about what you're saying. I'm just saying you can't offer it to one and not offer it to the other one.
Oh yeah, I knew he was gonna get it anyway. Either. They got So
No extension, yes, but
uh,
I'm saying the payout potential. Like when you offer a young man who actually was not staying healthy up to that dollar amount with the potential to bump it up to 260. And then and then if you notice right behind him, Ant-Man got it. Then right behind him, LaMelo got it. And it's actually
Uh,
like I
some
I
people,
I I, I think it's like two other players. I just can't call their name.
some people on the panel thought, well, they're not here today, but they, nobody. Some people thought Carmelo. I mean, Lamelo shouldn't got 260 million. But why? Why do they think that? Okay, it's okay for Ant to get it and Halliburton to get him, but not Lamelo Ball. Come on, man.
No, no,
That
no. But
that
that
completely
no, no, no.
biased.
But see, no. Now you're that, and I hate to say this about you because you don't normally do this. Right now, you're deflecting. When
Oh,
when
you play
w-
35
w-
games. We
w-
get that. The games that play. Oh, okay.
no, no,
That,
no, no, no. You is it you kind of tried to change your original topic. The you LeBron. Okay, AD has played one night 194 games as being a Laker, right?
right.
194 games as
We
being a
played 60
Laker.
games
Wait,
this
wait, wait,
past
wait, wait,
season.
wait, wait,
Yeah,
wait,
okay.
wait, wait,
Yeah.
wait. He didn't play more games than KD, but KD didn't got paid, right? Because KD got paid more. He,
Yeah.
he,
Yeah.
he didn't play more games than Kyrie, and Kyrie got paid more, correct?
Oh yeah, because you know why he played more games than Kyrie. Kyrie wasn't about to
No,
take that
no,
job. He
no,
didn't take that.
no,
He said,
no,
"I
no,
don't."
no. Don't deflect right now. Just stick to topic, because your topic was that AD shouldn't have gotten that money, but
I say I was
the
50-50
prime.
on that. I ain't saying everybody get them. I was 50-50 on that, but yeah, I was 50-50 on that.
Okay, but hold on.
Yeah.
Then you also have AD didn't play way more games than Kawhi Leonard, right? And Kawhi Leonard has made more than AD during this time of not playing, right? So and I brought up Halliburton earlier. So I'm actually bringing up that you can't have that type of stance no more because of the other players that was getting paid more than this man when he actually played more games than all them. Like he played more games, but he did not make more money.
Yeah.
So now to give him what he has, the main reason why he actually got the type of extension that he is getting, regardless on if he plays up to the potential of the contract or not, he is asked to be the anchor of the defense. He's asked to be also one of the leading scorers on the team. Um, the the rebounding, we if you follow him, you know he's gonna have up and down, but he's doing all this without a legit big man next to him.
Yeah, and that's Lakers' fault. That should get us in. They choose. They
Oh,
refuse
I
not to do
blame
that.
Palinka all day
Yeah, yeah,
long.
yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah,
don't
yeah,
don't don't,
yeah, yeah.
don't think I don't take those shots at him. Is like I actually get into it with fellow Laker fan because I'm not a delusional fan.
Right.
And I put a lot of that on Palinka because I feel Palinka actually failed us when it came to actually making moves. Like don't get me wrong, last season if Jones would have played came to play, I think the Lakers would have not needed to make such a big impact when it came to the trade deadline. But then you have Jones get there and then Jones say, "Oh, I don't want to be here." Like right after he signed the contract, then he said he didn't want to be there. That's why he did not play
Well,
1 minute as a Laker. Damn near.
be ready for Jokic because Jokic is gonna be the ones gonna kill y'all again. Because Anthony Davis ain't gonna be up to that task, man. Y'all
Okay,
need
but
that
see,
center. Y'all
okay,
need
but
that
see
center.
here.
That center gonna cost y'all the possible championship. I'm just
Right,
saying.
but that's what I'm on Palinka about bringing us is a center. Like for me right now,
Man, you
that
better go take a
that
plane
that
ticket, man. You better go take
wait
a
wait
plane
wait
ticket
wait
and have
wait
a
hold
talk
on,
with him.
okay, hold on, okay. You have somebody right now that's playing on a national team, but nobody realized that this young man was just released from a team,
Oh
Van
yeah,
Carroll. Van Carroll is
Uh,
playing for the national team, but he was just released from the Utah Jazz. He could
how come
help
that?
either the Lakers or Charlotte right
Where's this
now.
guy? Where's this guy? Where's he now?
He's nowhere.
He's
He's
nowhere. Okay,
totally
I
a
didn't see.
free.
I didn't
He's
see him on no
totally a
team. That's
free
why I
agent.
That's why. Yeah,
He's
okay, he's
totally
still
a
free
free
agent.
agent.
Wow. Okay, that's why I thought. I didn't see him nowhere. Okay.
Van Carroll is playing for the national team right now, and he was just released from Utah. Like released. Like picture that in your mind. He's good enough for the national team, but not good enough for an NBA team. Are we
Oh, come
serious
on,
right now?
man. Somebody over there don't like him.
I mean, it's not about like it is overall a business. If he's good enough to be on the national team, like how's he not good enough for NBA roster? I
Well,
mean,
sometimes.
picture that. Like honestly, picture that. This man is playing on the national team right now,
I don't know, man.
and
There
was
must have been a
actually
fallout.
just released.
He
No,
must.
no,
There
there was no fallout.
was no fallout over there.
No, Utah went. What Utah did because their starting center was not supposed to be Kessler. It was supposed to be the Nigerian Idoka. Idoka was told that he was going to get the nod, and then Van Carroll was supposed to be the backup. When Utah actually drafted Kessler, I'm sorry, Kessler, they that that's what they wanted was a white center. They didn't want a African American center, which I understand about Utah. And if you ever spent time in Utah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
They can't erase us over there still. I know, I understand.
So
Yeah.
so literally, when it comes to them, that's why they force fed him
And
to
so
get his
they is,
points and everything up.
and
Now
that's it. Yeah.
marketing was a legit pickup, everything like all the way around, because he wasn't being used properly. But that's different. Like the scenarios are different. But when it comes to Utah, when it comes to the center position, it was supposed to be um Idoka coming from start. He was supposed to be the starter. Van Carroll was supposed to be the backup, but then they drafted Kessler. They went that direction because actually Utah actually had three centers before they even bought, because Potter is the other one that they're thinking about putting on the active roster, and Potter just
Oh,
pretty much just got there.
wow. Okay.
So they're letting all the African American centers go. And I hate to word it that way, but I'm only going off of what they're doing.
That's a saying. If you gotta, you know what, yeah. I don't know about Utah is doing that. And, I know because they got maybe when they got rid of Rudy Gobert, maybe that's when they started doing that. You know,
No,
is
I
it,
mean Rudy was slowing up,
he was
and
slowing up. He was slowing
I
up. He still that's why they good rim protectors though. I mean, but it was time for him to go. I understand. He got older as time go. Yeah. So,
I mean Roy to me that I I think he the reason why he made the money that he was able to make was because he constantly was a defensive player of the year. But past that, there was nothing else pretty much than being he really was the best friend to Donovan Mitchell. Other than being Donovan Mitchell's best friend, I don't think Gobert would have honestly been still on that team. I think they would have gotten rid of him way before that.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
But they was best friends, so they was trying to keep the band together, as most would say.
Keep two friends together so that they can improve the team's on performance. So yeah. So I feel sorry for Suns play. I don't feel sorry for James Harden. It's too going to trade deadline. I don't. I don't. He might get what he want, or he gonna. I don't think they're gonna get what he want. They're gonna trade him somewhere, but they're gonna be where he want to go. So he better hope he be on the team at all. So it'd be funny if he don't get picked up. You know, they just
Actually,
release him.
believe it or not, Harden Harden kind of needs to be even though I doubt this will actually happen within the NBA, and I want Merv um to kind of chime in on this. I was kind of thinking mainly because of salary and because of potential trade that Philly and Miami actually need to do a trade with each other. I
You
honestly
said
think
Philly and
that
Miami. So you so
yeah,
so 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 they get so Harden to go to Miami and they get Kyle Lowry. No, they gotta get star player. They gonna get somebody, man. Well, they can, they could probably pull it.
but they can get the shooters that they need in Philly. Like Philly needs shooters. Like Philly actually needs shooters. Miami have the shooters, and that will honestly solve the problem of James Harden leaving.
Yeah, all they need is a shooter. Who can they get from Miami though? As a shooter, they could give up. They ain't gonna give up Tyler Hero. They gonna give up.
No,
On
Hero was a part of even the Dame trade. No, yeah, Hero was a part of that trade. Yeah. Hero was a part of that trade. The five players. And Terry, yeah, you're right about Utah, bro. I totally agree with you. And
yeah,
damn, like you're a real fan of the NBA because them names you threw up that ball, I just got flashbacks.
yeah. I was like, man. So yeah, man. So yeah, I feel sorry for some players. I think a lot of these players is trade when the trade deadline happen because we already know these guys ain't going nowhere. Now, if no trade deadlines happen with these players, they got so they're gonna make them suffer the consequences till their contract expire. That's what's basically
No
gonna happen.
trade deadline. I'm waiting to see what this buyout market gonna look like. To be honest, this
Man,
buyout market is what I think is gonna be more dangerous, and
yeah.
this will help change a lot of the dynamic with a lot of teams. Like prime example right now, everybody, a lot of people. When I say everybody, is waiting to see who all you OKC is going to release. OKC is about to have to release a couple of young players that they really don't want to release at this point.
Pay the luxury taxes then. That's all I can say. Sacrifice if they really a good part of their team. I say sacrifice the luxury tax if they able to these teams if they able to do it and keep the
The
players
owner
because
just don't want to pay it. The owner
that's
don't
what I
want to pay
said.
the
I,
luxury
I say
tax.
that's what okay. If you want your team to go farther, you gonna release some your players that can help you your team. Then look and you not pay the extra tax because and you release those players, you're gonna be looking like the asshole. They'll be like, why did you let those players go? The fan, the owner's gonna have to hear from the fans too. Why the hell did you let them go? Because I didn't want to pay the luxury taxes. That's a fans ain't gonna want to hear that shit. You know.
I mean, I dig that, but at this point, fans are gonna have to like deal with it
Right.
because they like Utah. I mean, I'm sorry, OKC is built for the future. Like they was coming up young, fast, and strong. Like I will give that to them. They are like built as far as long term. And if you remember when it came to free agency, they had like 64 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's unheard of to have 64 mil that they could have put into free agency.
Yep. They got some good pieces too. So the OKC, watch out. Got some good pieces over there. With the point guard they got with Shea,
Point guard, shooting guard,
yeah.
power forward, like they built for the future. I won't lie on them. They are built for the future.
And I say that Sacramento team was built up for Sacramento. They got as far as they did, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure they're not gonna fall off the face of the earth. They're gonna make to the playoffs this season coming up. I don't see him being scratching for a playoff spot. You know. The Grizzlies, got your Ja Morant missing 25 games. That might hurt the Grizz. That might hurt them. So
No, might hurt them. I think that will hurt
they,
them.
they, they will hurt them. Or there's some other players. Or there's Steve Rose and who's the other guard they got over there. I forgot his name. Yeah, from Boston.
Talking about smart.
Smart.
Talking
Yeah,
about smart.
if he can help fill up that void, you know what I'm saying.
I
So yeah,
think Smart could be a scorer.
he is a scorer, but he's
I done seen glimpses of him scoring, but
yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna like bring that punch that they need. I don't know.
Yeah, Marcus Smart
I
has
don't want
scored
to
it.
misspeak.
Yeah, Marcus Smart, he give you 20. On Boston, he give him 20. He give him 20 or something like a little bit more than Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown is falling is having a bad game. He pick up the pace, so I seen him do that. So maybe that's what he could bring to their teams when John Morant is out the first 25 games. He's still starting, but he gonna have to play the. I think who's gonna be play point guard over there? They got somebody else playing point guard. He might. Marcus Smart can play point guard. They might have him planning too though, but I don't know how they gonna do it yet. Or they're still
No,
gonna let D Rose. No,
no,
D Rose might start
they
with him. D
traded
Rose
the
might start.
other they
The traded him?
no
They
they
traded him.
traded the
Oh,
guy who would have been the point guard.
oh,
He
right.
went to Washington.
Wow. That okay.
I think that's Jones. I
Yeah,
think his
Jones.
name is Jones.
Yeah, Jones. Yeah. Oh man, Boston's man, that's a bad trade, man. But I don't know. I don't know if Jones. I don't know if they should have did that though. But maybe Jones. It's a good spot for
I
him.
think
So
Washington gonna be dangerous while everybody playing. I think
no,
Washington gonna
yeah, I'm looking at that too because Jordan Poole gonna have a chip on his shoulder. He got traded for Golden State. He gonna have a chip. He gonna have a chip on his shoulder. I think he's gonna be okay. But Kyle Kuzma's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Washington they're gonna be fine. They got a pretty decent bench, I believe. So they're gonna be okay.
like I said I was gonna sit down and look at Washington actually roster now just to evaluate it, but I honestly think that they're going to make some noise. Like they're going to make some noise.
Okay, I was looking at Bobo. What you think is gonna happen with Bobo? Is he gonna? I mean, he's still on the Magic for right now, far as we know. Uh,
No, Bobo is with
he's got
he's with
released.
Phoenix.
He
He's
got
with Phoenix.
oh
No,
oh
he was a unrestricted free agent. He
oh
could pick
shit.
his
Okay, he
team.
did
He
get picked up,
playing with
man.
his idol now. He
Oh okay.
playing with his idol KD.
Oh
He
man.
playing
Oh,
with
you know
his
what?
idol.
You know what? That's gonna be a big. That's gonna be big for Phoenix though. Now, or you might see Bobo in his bench. Bobo in his
No,
Reggie
now
bench.
he's gonna get developed because
Yeah,
he
yeah.
playing with his idol.
Right.
So now I could see him really taking in tutelage and everything, but
Eh,
everybody else was really trying to play him at center. Now he's playing with his idol. Nobody's gonna put that pressure on him to play center.
Since he got his idols over there, and he got a couple other players over there, they're gonna be talking because you don't gotta tell Bobo too much. He's just gonna learn a little bit of other stuff.
No,
He's
his
already
game is a power forward.
yeah, right. His game is a power
But
forward.
everybody else, as soon as they like his name come up, they
Hey, don't
think
let
of
him
his
stop.
dad.
Man,
And
don't let him start. But if they started him on
no,
KD,
he's not starting over KD.
oh
KD
no,
is the power forward.
yeah, he ain't gonna start over. Or let's see was to come in and play a small forward. I'm just if they want to play. Only if they want to
No,
mix and
KD
match up.
moved his position. No, KD moved his position. He's the
Oh,
power forward.
he did. Oh, damn, he did. Oh, he did. Oh, he moved his position. Ah, come on. Okay.
Yeah, he's the
I
power
guess he picked up
forward.
some muscle. I hope he picked up some muscle because I didn't see KD yet. So hope he picked up some
No,
muscle.
he's still the same build.
Well, everybody, did you know Kevin Durant actually lied about his height though? But the dude is actually 6'11". That's what his
No,
shoes on.
he's 7 foot.
He's
He's
7 foot.
7 foot.
Well, yeah, if you really want to be fair, he's 7 foot. He's trying to talk. Man, they're trying to say he's 6'9". I said, no, bro. I'm looking at KD. I said, this dude taller than 6'9".
No, he was 6'10" at Texas, so
In
there's no way
Texas, right.
he's 6'9".
Right. I said, hold on. You know what I'm saying? I said, I looked at that. So, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else, I think some teammate or somebody said, man, KD is telling what they say, but that dude is 7 feet.
Yeah, he's 7 foot. He literally said the main reason why he didn't want it on paper, as far as him being 7 foot, him and AD actually said the same statement, which I thought was very ironic. They both said the main reason why they don't want to be left on paper down as 7 footers because everybody's going to be demanding that they play center.
Center. Well, AD ain't really. I think AD ain't really 7 feet. I think he's like
Yeah, he
6'10",
is.
6'11",
Yeah, he is.
6'11", 6'11".
No. Yeah, he is. No, he's 7 foot.
Hey,
Seven
hey, y'all,
foot, 7 foot one.
I think
AD is
Giannis.
7 foot.
No, Giannis is taller. No, if y'all, anybody, Giannis said that's 6'6". I think Giannis is 7'1". Yeah, 7'1". If I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, and
He,
him and AD the
well,
same height.
no,
Him
when
and
he said,
AD is the same height. Giannis and AD is the same height, Pam.
no, yeah, I know. Man, but when Giannis stayed to next, actually, Giannis look taller when he stand next to him, though. Giannis look kind of taller, though. I think he's a little taller than
Not to
AD.
me.
If you see them stand next together, you might see a little bit of a difference. That's just my take on what I saw. But yeah,
Nah, when
but
I seen them for the last All Star weekend, they same height across the board.
yeah, so they don't want it on paper. They don't want it on paper. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, they don't want it on paper.
No, AD messed me up by saying that statement, but I mean, if that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel. I ain't
But
mad
what's the
at
way
it.
you feel? What? Well, see, AD don't want to be banging. See, like I said, the one thing is going you gonna get used to it. Like when you go against centers like Jordan B, he don't just shoot the outside shot. He like the Jordan B like to come in there and bang. So you gonna have to bang with the center. So I mean that's gonna probably bring him down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he I saw him in the gym in boxing training just to get himself conditioned for the season. So hopefully that will help him last throughout the duration of the 82 games. But I know he's not gonna play. Me and you both know he's not gonna play 82 games. He's gonna play 60
I
at
think he's
best.
gonna play like 67, enough
He
to
gonna he gonna
qualify
he
for
gonna
the All Star weekend.
he got to play what 65, right? Let's say 65
Yeah.
at the max. Yeah, so. Yeah, he gonna have to play 65 if he want to be part of the All Star team. Unless he just say, "Well, I don't give a damn. I just want to just rest for this All Star game since we got a good position going to the postseason." Then that's understandable, you know.
No, the Lakers are deep. The only position Rob did not fill, honestly, is the five. And literally, I had a problem with them going down when Mobamba was downstairs working on his game, and they literally went downstairs and told him that they was letting him go. Like
Damn, that's
with
crazy. That
with
hurt.
with,
That
with,
hurt.
with
Ooh,
us not having a backup, us
damn,
not
that's hurt.
having a full replacement, and literally just got out the office, went down the stairs, and said, "Hey man, we're not going to pay you that 10 mil for next season." Now I think they really could have worded it and kept him on a prove me contract, but just to literally get rid of him and he was working on his game downstairs, I'm like, oh my, like that's what I was mad about.
Well, they traded him. What did he get traded to? They
No, he didn't get traded. He was an unrestricted free agent, and he went to Philly.
Philly. Okay. I mean, like I say, yeah, man. Like I said, Lakers had messed up, bro. Okay, I understand the White House situation, but you let Tyson Chandler go. You had you had two centers
No,
over there.
he was chasing the bag that year. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
I
so
can't blame Rob for that one.
he wanted to get paid, and guess what? You can't blame him because he's oldest Tyson. How old is Chandler? He's about 40. He's a little bit older than LeBron, so you can't blame him on that. So yeah, so he
But
got
the,
fat.
but
He
but
got
that
fat.
year there, I don't
Yeah.
blame Rob for. I blame him for not replacing nobody. But I don't blame him when the players wanted to get paid. I can't blame him for that.
And it's gonna be like that every trip because some of you guys understand. Some of these guys don't got the contracts that LeBron and Steph and some of these other guys got because they're like, man, this could help me. I gotta feed my family type thing. That could be a financial situation too. So you know, So I understand that part too. Because if me and you never got paid that much money for, if you see the contracts of Bron or AD guy, if he was in that situation, well, what you think gonna happen? We gonna take that back.
Well, me
You
personally,
know.
I don't look at it. I don't watch nobody else pockets like
Well,
that.
but you know
But
they know, but they don't. But you know they know though. You know players know. Other players know what they other players getting paid. Even if they,
no,
it,
but the other but the players that you're comparing them to are way better. Like the
way better. I'm just
comparison you're doing it is almost like apples and oranges
I'm just using
because
that. I'm just using that as an example. That'd be like, man, if I could get close to the money, you might not get what they get, but if you could get somewhere in the somewhere close to it, but not.
no, they wasn't worth that type of payout, bro. Come on,
But
man.
but
Just
but
keep it funky.
But then let's keep it funky. The other players down and is getting overpaid now. But this is this is the way the NBA is going now. I said all these contracts this past season, a lot of players shouldn't get what they was worth, but they got it. But you know what I'm saying? Like we are a lot of people say we was talking about Awesome E. Should he have got that 56 million? And actually, our TV said no, but he got the money that he wanted. But actually, he almost ended up getting more.
No,
Dallas,
I think Reeves got 2 million more than what he was supposed to get.
yeah, yeah.
And the main reason why I state that is because he was as far as what he proved, he did prove that he was worth the 52.
Right.
I have a problem with the extra that he had because
He,
like
you gotta
like
give him
right
that.
now we could have used the rest of that to get one more other player. And the main reason why we could not get that other player is because he took that extra off of the table.
Can
Like
you
if
blame
it
him? Can you blame him though? I guess he put up the 35 points, proved that he could score over 30. I guess you gotta give him. I guess they thought they had to probably give him that because how many players come off? Well, at the time, come off the bench and give you 35, man. So I don't know. Too many players coming off the bench getting you 35. You know what I'm
yeah, but that
saying? So,
extra 4 mil, we could have
yeah.
used that to bring in one more piece.
One more piece, you could have got another shooter, good
No,
shooter.
we need all we need is a center. Like the Lakers, like the funny thing about it is the Lakers are so deep. I think they're going to turn into the Showtime Lakers again as far as points off of fast breaks. I and now I'm not talking about if you think they're going to be in contention for a playoff team because I think they're going to be surpassed that. But
They're gonna be in the playoffs, man. Let's not get it twisted, bro. Let's not be stupid. I'm not delusional either. I never have been. I'm looking at that roster.
like
Yeah,
defensive
they're making
wise,
it to the playoffs.
they're
They're
about
making
to
it
be
to
a
the playoffs.
monster.
But championship, if they get a center, but the only reason they don't get close to the championship is because they missing that centerpiece. That'd be their only downfall. But if they can overcome that, see, you know what? I don't know, Jim. I don't know if you was thinking about this, but I think they're gonna take the pressure off of AD some type of way, and I think they're gonna switch it up here and there. They're gonna pull Hachimura. They're gonna try to switch him up and pull him down there sometime. They can't keep a little pressure off AD.
But that's the reason why he got the 52 because he's already one of the defensive anchors. So that was the whole reason why. Like don't get me wrong. I know the NBA is turning to a offensive like
Positionless
type
basketball.
league.
Positionless basketball.
No, not positionless. They're
Right.
turning into more of an offensive league. But when it comes to the actual dimensions of basketball, Roy showed that Washington wasn't using them correctly.
Right.
Like Roy
So
is actually showing that.
yeah, so don't be surprised. Yeah, so he is. So don't be surprised that the Lakers switched them two positions up here and there to keep a lot of pressure off AD just to save him throughout the season. Tom Buffalo banging down there with the sinners, with their bound out of Bios of the world and Jordan B's of the world. you know what I'm saying, to save him a little bit. They have the
Yeah,
young
because
buck. They gonna have the young buck
that
down there banging.
260 frame, that 255 frame, I'm sorry, is literally like he uses it the right way. Roy is like literally like 255, 260 ish.
Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? So that's gonna help out AD. So yeah, so we gonna be banging down there with the big boys. And they're gonna so that's gonna make up for I guess they're gonna try to make up for the center that they can get. So because
No, we
I
still need
mean,
a center, bro.
you still need a
No,
center, but
no.
they're gonna have to find an alternative plan to save AD throughout the season. I'm talking about because he ain't gonna be at the bang with Joel Embiid and that Bam Adebayo of the world for the whole duration of the season, man. That's what they got Wooey. That's what they got Wooey there for. So yeah, because I was looking at that too.
But that's why Ibaka went. I mean,
The kill get Serge Ibaka if they
when
get,
when
that'd be
when when
nice.
when when when
Man.
when he came and did the tryout, I was like, he wouldn't have left the building with me. I'm still mad that Rob let him leave the building. I would have pulled the Ben Simmons.
Hold on. You telling me that Serge Ibaka leave the building?
No, I mean Idoka. I'm sorry,
I mean, you mean
Idoka. I wouldn't have let him leave the building. Like I would have pulled what the Clippers did with your boy. I would have did the same thing. They power forward.
You talking about you talking about Paul George? No, that's
No,
not.
they
You talking
power
about the other guy?
forward.
You talking about the other? You talking about the bench?
Um,
What you got? You talking about
no. Why I can't call that man name? He was this with Boston.
oh you talking about no not Marcus Smart, but you talking about damn, I know you talking about too. You talking about
Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin is on the yeah, he was on the Clippers still, right? Yeah. So
But I would have pulled the same move the Clippers did. Lock the office. Man, you ain't going nowhere till you sign this contract, man. You ain't going nowhere. You are not going home till you sign this contract. I need you to sign this contract. Now look at it. That man is with Phoenix, knowing he's not gonna get no playing time now, and he still signed with Phoenix.
who signed with Phoenix? Who you talking about now?
Idoka.
Oh,
He signed with Phoenix.
well, he's the center, right?
Yeah, he's the center
Oh,
that
I
we
thought
needed.
he was the center. Yeah, that's the center. Yeah, so
That's the center from Utah. One of the centers
yeah,
from Utah. But
but
he just signed with Phoenix.
okay. It might come in handy because it depends on how Aiden acts over there. Aiden might, you know what I'm saying?
No, but we needed him. We needed that man. I wouldn't have let that man leave the office. I would have pulled a Blake Griffin. I would have ordered a California King for him and everything. Said, bro, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, Blake Griffin. I'm surprised I'm surprised Blake Griffin. I'm surprised the Lakers didn't try to get him. He would have been a good defensive center.
No, we did. He's not a center. He's a power forward.
He's a power forward though, but he could get you. He can't block some shots though. He does. He can.
No, he can't jump as high as he used to. You're thinking about the Clippers years. Come back to reality.
Yeah, no, he didn't. But Blake Griffin said that a couple of years ago that he's not gonna. He said he used to dunk half of the season. Then the other part of the season he couldn't get through because he dunked all the damn times. That's why he developed him a jump shot, which I was smart.
But you're saying put him at center and he's
no, he
not
can't
a
jump.
center.
He can't. No, he ain't gonna jump as what he used to. Like I said,
He's not a center anymore. He wasn't a center in the beginning.
Too bad. Nobody didn't give the White Howard call because if they could get over that little drummer over there, then he'll be the answer to their problem right there.
Yo, we about to get up out of here. Y'all can stay on now. I'm gonna pull back up, man. It's Flight Sports TV. Peace and love. Support the channel.
Already. But I literally think Blake.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.